For just two of us, I think we can probably stand to have a little bit of 10 hours of Celtic music.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going okay. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good. I've just set up some background music for my peeps who is
Mm-hmm.
over on this side.
I just go with what I do every time for these streams because the first one of these streams we did was the Final Fantasy ones. So I went with like lo-fi Final Fantasy music and I've stuck with that ever since.
Can't do any harm.
No.
We're talking about magic.
Hello, Commander and Priva. Hello, hello. We are talking about magic. Yes, we have cards. There are cards here.
Yes. There's two decks. There's two decks coming out. I don't know what the date is that they're coming out. I didn't do any background research for this stream. I still also foolishly haven't read the Lorwyn Eclipsed story. But yeah, there's two decks. We have an elementally focused 5-color deck, headed up by Ashling the Limitless here, and we have a Jund, so black, red, and green deck focused on -1 counters, headed up by Auntie Ool here.
And all.
I think both -1 counters and elemental and typal things in general are going to be quite strong themes in the set from my understanding of the background material that I have seen of them. Which one would you like us to launch off with first?
Well, how about we let the canon decide?
Oh, an excellent decision. Although the
Oh.
cannon is entirely red, so it feels a little bit big.
What? Why is it red? Why is it completely red? Why are you the only player? What is wrong with Tabletop Sim?
I have no idea.
I'm here. My name is here.
I
Like,
clicked on it and it's fixed itself now.
okay, sure.
Do you want to fire it again?
It's still
Okay,
you.
Still me. All right, and we have. So this is. I don't know if you have a deck that you are more excited about.
I haven't looked at anything to do with these decks, Dizzy. I've been busy and stressed and sad.
You have been busy. It's very true. This is the one that I'm more excited about of the two.
Okay.
So this is Ashling the Limitless. She is a 3-cost 2/3. She gives elemental spells that you cast from your hand evoke 4.
Okay.
Evoke is a mechanic where you treat a creature with an ETB effect, basically like it's a sorcery spell. So you cast it for cheaper, you get the effect, and then the creature immediately goes away.
Okay, interesting.
In this case, she's giving other things evoke 4. This is quite an amusing card because apparently on day 1, that first line of text is going to have 2 different Oracle text erratas to it.
I have no idea what you just said means.
So the text they've written doesn't quite work the way they want it to work because of unusual things about how the rules work.
Okay. Surely they would know how the rules work and they should just write it correctly.
Well, you would think.
What?
So the way the rules work as written, technically, Evoke is 2 different abilities, one of which gives it an alternative casting cost, and the other of which is a triggered ability that happens upon the creature entering the battlefield. So, as written, because it says elemental spells have Evoke 4, technically what it means is that if you cast the spell for its evoke cost of 4, and then Ashling the Limitless leaves the battlefield, that spell no longer has evoke 4 because it's an ongoing effect that Ashling has that gives it evoke 4.
Okay.
So according to the rules as written, and this card as it is written, if you remove Ashling from the field before the creature you've cast comes in, then the creature you've cast comes in and doesn't have the second part of the evoke ability to sacrifice itself. So you have just cast it for 4 colorless, or 4 of any color, instead of for its normal casting cost.
I
And
see.
that's not how it's intended to work. So the Oracle text is going to be updated to say they gain evoke 4. And if they gain it, then they'll keep it for as long as they have it. And the other errata to that first line of text is they're changing it to be elemental permanent spells, because
Okay.
one of the things that Lorwyn is particularly known for, and I'm sure there'll be some of them in this deck, is the Kindred card type, which gives creature types like elemental to non-creature spells, including non-permanent spells that won't ever come in. And
Yes.
so casting them for their evoke cost again would just be a straight discount.
Mhm.
But yeah, so Ashley the Limitless, already slightly broken.
Yeah.
I do think it's a really pretty card. This
It
is
is.
a stunningly pretty
It is
card.
very, very pretty. Very, very pretty.
Her second line of text. We haven't even got to the second line of text.
No, because I asked you to clarify a thing. I was like, I don't know what those words mean.
Her second line of text
Mhm.
says, whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, so for example, if because you've cast it for its evoke cost,
Mhm.
you will create a token that's a copy of it, and it gains haste, and it lasts until the end step unless you pay 1 mana of each color.
Okay. Interesting.
So in total, what she does is she'll let you pay 4 mana instead of the casting cost of an elemental, and in return you'll get its enters trigger twice because it enters, you
Yep.
sacrifice it, and then
And then token comes in. Yeah.
and you'll get to keep it around for 1 turn cycle. I think in practice, nobody's, or certainly for not very much of the game, are you ever going to be paying the 4 evoke cost and then Wooburg?
Yeah.
Because that's 9 mana, including all 5 colors. That's going to be quite an ask.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of wild.
The last bit there, like sacrifice it unless you pay this, in practice is not going to be happening very much.
No.
It's one of those lines of text that Wizards likes to include for the sole purpose of making this into a 5-color commander. And it's not the worst design for like a 5-color commander that I've ever seen, because that is probably still the 5-color Spider-Man. That's a pretty terrible card from a design perspective. But I don't think anybody's realistically going to be using that last line very often. And I would see, as somebody who thinks that, like, limitation breeds creativity, part of me kind of wishes that they'd stuck with it being a more limited slice of the color pie. But actually, pretty much all of the colors on there could be part of that effect. Like you're paying to make a permanent copy of something.
Yeah.
Blue definitely has to be there. You're paying to avoid sacrificing something. Could easily feel like a white thing, but black also has its own effects that like stop you sacrificing stuff. And making a permanent copy, it can be a blue thing, but it can also be a Simic thing. So it could be a blue-green thing.
Yeah.
So the only color that like you could reasonably remove from that mash of colors at the end there is red, and she's already red.
Yeah, she is red herself. Yeah, exactly.
So it wouldn't actually make much difference. So it's I don't mind this sort of jamming in of the 5 colors. It's a little obvious, it's a little on the nose, but like I don't mind it as much as I've minded some of them in the past. She is our face commander, so we can assume then that this deck is going to be absolutely full of elementals, probably expensive elementals, that have strong enter the battlefield triggers.
One would assume. We can't always assume these things.
We can't always assume these things.
Because sometimes they're like, yeah, this is what the deck's meant to do. And then it's like, sure, I guess. With what they've put in.
That is definitely true. On the whole, they've been making decks more kind of synergistic-y, but they do have the occasional miss. So we'll see as we go through whether this is a miss. We also have... Oops, I've picked up the whole pile. We also have... Up.
We also have
our alternative,
who
I've not looked at all.
That is a massive mystery for sure. I don't know what that is.
It's a horse, beaver, fox,
dragon,
stegosaurus.
Sure. You see the length of its tail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun, interesting creature design.
I think the name of it is correct.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mass of mysteries.
We've got 5 colors in the
Mm-hmm.
casting cost this time. We have a decent number of keywords.
It is
So,
certainly a thing, Artie, yes.
and it gives other elementals. It gives one other elemental each turn Myriad. So Myriad is
Okay.
it's a multiplayer only mechanic. When you swing at one person, you create a token copy that's attacking each other opponent. Also, hi Artie, how's it going? So this again is going to be sort of a different approach to doubling your ETB triggers, because obviously you're going to give myriads to a different elemental, and then it attacks and it gets 2 copies of it with 2 ETB triggers. But the difference with this one is you're paying full price for that elemental the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate this either for a 5-color commander.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of the it's a 5-color commander, so it's going to be a keyword soup. It's going to give out keywords to other things. But Myriad at least is one of those keywords that it has like a loose flavor tie, like it's more in red than it is in other colors, but it's not strongly bound to any one particular color.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not giving out sort of just ridiculous arbitrary keywords. Particularly in the context of this deck, this feels like this is a targeted thing that they are trying to do with this. So I also don't mind this one.
Okay.
I think it's less pretty than Ashling.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It's much duller colors, like, for prettiness sake. But yeah, I am happy to let you kind of read out most of this deck, and I'll do the next one if you want. Like,
sure.
If that makes sense, rather than us going back and forth. Because, like, previously we've had Hex here, and it's like, I'm excited about this thing, and I'm excited about this thing, and we take a thing, and, like, yeah, it's just... It's different.
It is very different not having them here. Bless them. So when we last did this we looked at the Edge of Eternity's commanders, which is the last of the commander decks they did half a year ago. Can you believe?
That's kind of wild.
For both of those, I kind of thought that I liked the secondary commander a little bit more than I liked the face commander.
Mm-hmm.
So particularly the Hearthull deck, which I own.
Yes.
I really liked Zarel the Genesis Shepherd, who was the secondary commander.
Mm-hmm.
For this deck, I'd have to have a look at the actual cards in it to see which I like more.
Yeah, to see what kind of seem to work better.
Like, if it's packed full of really expensive elementals, then you're going to want to run Ashling so you can actually get them out.
Yeah,
but if it's got sort of more moderately priced elementals that you stand a decent chance of casting a few different ones of them throughout the game, then Massive Mysteries is probably a bit better, because there's not much point. I think there's not much point doing Ashling's thing on something that just costs 4 mana anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, yeah, you get to double the trigger, but you also don't get to keep the creature. So unless the creature stats are really rubbish, and you really do only want it for that enters trigger.
Mm-hmm.
We have some basics. We have a decent stack of basics. We have 16 of them. These are the same full art basics as in the main set.
Mm-hmm.
So we will not dwell too long, but
I do like the swamps are cool. I like the swamps.
This one's cool. So I don't know actually if these are the correct full art basics for this
deck. Yeah, I know.
Each deck, each basic land.
Mm-hmm.
In Lorwyn Eclipsed has 2 full arts, one for the Shadowmoor side of the plane and one for the Lorwyn side of the plane. Right. It looks like these are all the Shadowmoor ones, so they're sort of ominous and spooky and at night.
Mm-hmm.
But they are, I think, all very pretty in their own ways. Obviously, the forest is very different in art style to the others. This is a more sort of classic Lorwyn art style, is my understanding.
Okay.
But we have a lot of forests.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
We have 8 forests. I think we have 2 of the others. So they really, I guess there's going to be a real heavy lean into green here.
I guess. Oh my god.
Why is there the asterisk there, Kingo? That does not bring any confidence.
Basics are
at
nice because
all.
you only need to worry about the art. Wizards of the Coast don't have to worry about place tests or errata, so they can't mess it up.
But yeah, I think these are all very pretty lands.
Yeah. I think I like the islands best, honestly. I think the islands pretty cool.
The islands are pretty good. I'm always drawn to the mountains because I just like the color red a lot, and I like volcanoes and lava and stuff.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, the bots are fighting.
Yay! Fight! Fight! Fight!
Like, that's not yay. Because actually, the bots aren't fighting. Mine is doing its own thing, and yours is like, stop that! Stop
Okay,
it!
that's true. We have a decent size. I'm actually surprised. This is more basics than you normally get, I think, in a 5-color deck. This is sorry. This is more basics than I think you normally get in a 2 or 3 color Precon. Maybe not a 2-color Precon. Certainly a 3-color Precon. And yet we're in 5 colors.
I mean,
So
there's
this is
8 fucking forests. You
Yeah,
know?
there's 8 forests. It's a surprisingly thick stack of basics. So we are really looking for some color fixing to be going on. Well, I say we're looking for some color fixing to be going on, but of course, Ashling you cast for just red.
Yeah.
And her evoke cost is mana of any color.
Yeah.
So actually, you could almost do this whole deck with just red mana if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, but you could.
You absolutely shouldn't. Yeah.
We have an Opal Palace, which mostly is just going to be used for tapping for colorless. But it can be a color fixing land, and if you happen to color fix for your commander, it gets an extra +1 counter. Or maybe
I
multiple +1
like
counters.
this. I don't think I've ever seen this land in my life. I like this.
I've seen it before. It's of some use in +1 counters matter decks.
I mean, no, go on.
It's more useful if you're not trying to get your commander out on curve, because it effectively costs 1 mana to put some +1 counters on your commander as it enters. So if you're playing something that you want to get out your commander on sort of turn 2-3, it's not that helpful. It'll be helpful later in the game.
I'm just thinking of that time that we were playing and I was playing the Bellow Precon and you got rid of Bellow so many times. And he would enter with so many +1 counters. That'd be fun.
He died a lot and came back a lot in that game.
Yeah, well, he also became a Cyberman.
He did become a Cyberman.
So then,
a Cyberman in 2 consecutive
so
games.
then I wanted rid of him. I was like, get this man away from me. Fuck this fucking bullshit. So yeah, that would have been nice to have. Here's an exotic orchard.
An exotic orchard. The more colors in your deck, the more useful exotic orchard is. I always put it in my 3-color decks. In a 5-color deck, it's always going to produce you some useful color of mana.
But I mean, it produces colors that the other deck produces.
Yes. So, like, if I have a 3-color deck, then it's more likely that someone at the table has colors in common with me.
Oh, I guess, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Whereas if I'm running like mono red, then it only is useful if an opponent has red in their deck. This is a gorgeous artwork.
This secluded courtyard is gorgeous. I want it.
This is so pretty.
I want this. I want this right now. Give me
a great land, obviously, for typal decks. And it's really pretty. I assume this card this version of this card is going to be in somewhat demand for that combination of things.
I love it. It's so beautiful. I want it.
We have an abundant countryside, which I've not seen before.
I've never heard of
it's
this.
New. I have a list of all the cards that are new for this thing open. Let me go have a quick glance. Okay, this is a new card for these commander decks. So there's 12 new cards, including the commander and alternate commander in each deck. This
Okay.
is one of the new ones. This taps for any manner of color for a creature spell, which I think is also going to be an extremely useful land to have in a lot of decks.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is actually kind of effectively Secluded Courtyard, but better in a lot of cases, because
I mean,
you know,
the
they both
last
tap
one
for-
is kind of weird to me, but maybe I'm just not understanding how that's helpful to spend 6 mana to create a 1/1 token.
The answer is it almost certainly isn't going to be, but they do occasionally put lands out that will make you tokens. But they're always very expensive ways of making tokens because, well, they're on a land, so you're not like losing a card in your deck to put this in your deck,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's just going in a land slot.
Yeah. 6 is a lot.
Six
Like,
is a lot. I think the going rate is normally 4.
yeah,
but
that
that's including
feels
some colored pips.
more correct to me, but like 6 is so much, like just to create
It's like-
a 1/1
it's
shapeshifter.
effectively 7, of course, because you're also tapping this card.
Yes.
I guess it's because it's a shapeshifter creature token, so it's maybe slightly more useful if you're doing something typally.
I guess.
But yeah, I think this is pretty much a straight upgrade from things like Secluded Courtyard. Like Secluded
Mhm.
Courtyard, I guess, can also use its colored mana on abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think it's Evolving Wilds. No, not Evolving Wilds. Oh god, what's it called? Unclaimed Territory. I think is only for casting the spell.
I
So
think so.
this is for any creature spell.
Yeah.
It says it's very similar to a Sliver type of card that does the same thing for 5 mana. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of cards out there that have similar things, but really I'm looking at that 1 mana of any color for a creature spell to be the interesting ability.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Primal Beyond, which I've
Mhm.
also never heard of, but that's because it's a very elementally specific card.
Mhm.
You reveal an elemental to make it enter untapped, and it taps for any color but only for elementals.
Okay.
Sounds good in this.
It's Secluded Courtyard, but it specifies itself.
Yes. We have a command tower. This is a decently nice command tower art.
I think it's cool. I like it.
We have a Path of Ancestry. Sadly, no new Path of Ancestry.
No,
art
this is
looks like
I've seen this one before, so that is
we have the Unclaimed Territory.
which I've all. This is also not new art.
Yep. We have Ancient Ziggurat. Oh, this is an interesting land because it's a bit risky because it's 1 mana of any color, but it can only ever make mana for creature spells.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
if you're wanting to cast your Sol Ring or your Kodama's Reach on turn 3, not if you got this land in hand. You're not.
Yeah.
I've always shied away. I think you have to be running a very creature-heavy deck for this to be a worthwhile investment. And even at 34 creatures, like 34 is a decent block of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure it's enough.
Yeah. That's fair.
We have so we're now onto our 3 color lands,
Mm-hmm.
and because this is a 5 color deck, we have quite a few of these.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we have Opulent Palace, Frontier Bivouac. It looks like this is the Tarkir Dragonstorm art. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Seaside Citadel. We have a Savage Lands. We have a Sandstep Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have 10? No, we have 6. Odd.
Yeah. 6.
Do we have all the ones? Maybe we have all the ones that have green in them. It looks like.
Yes. Yes, I think so. Does I thought I can't remember quite what it's called. It's Spara's something.
Spara's headquarters. I believe
I don't
that
know if
has
that's
the
maybe-
basic land types on it. So that's a different
yes.
bundle.
You're right. I think.
Wow.
I only remember that one because I always when I see it in my hand, I always think it's a Final Fantasy specific card because I read Spara as Spira, and it's not. But anyway, yes, go on.
Yeah, so all of the ones with green in, I assume there's going to be a decent chunk of green cards based on this land's layout.
Well, based on this and the fact that the majority of the basics are all fucking forests, like, there's some wild choices.
And then we have our thriving cards. It looks like maybe just 2 of them. We'll have a look. Hang on. No, we've got more. We've got more. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Let's get them all out. Get all the thriving ones out. So these are 2 color lands, but you get to pick the second color.
Yeah.
And we have, it looks like a full cycle of them, so that's just 1 of each color.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
And then we have a couple of other 2 color lands. This is a land that turns into an elemental creature, which sure makes sense. Very flavorful. Even if it's not going to proc your Ashling ability, I guess you could technically proc your Massive Mysteries ability if you want to have 2 copies of what is basically just a vanilla 3/3. You could do that if you wanted to.
Well, it's a vanilla 3/3, but whenever it attacks, you put a +1 counter on it.
Yeah, but the myriad copies won't get that trigger because they enter attacking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, 1 second.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Jacker is being pulled away. We will have to make our own entertainment while they're gone. But yeah, obviously with a 5 color deck,
Hello,
like the majority of
hello, I have to leave for a minute. I'll be back. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I was just say, obviously in a 5 color deck, the majority of your land base is more about making sure you have access to the right colors than it is about doing interesting things with your lands. You're going to have many fewer lands that do something. So in this case, lands that do something. Path of Ancestry does. I guess technically Abundant Countryside does. This has a cycling ability. And this is a man land. It's a land that becomes a man. Or an elemental. So yeah, not an awful lot going on in the land pile besides colors, but you want colors for 5 color deck. Even though, as I said before, this could almost have been a mono red deck. If you're running the alternate commander, it really can't be a mono red deck, and you really do need those colors. Poor Chaka being called away in opportune moments. Gives me a chance to talk to you guys though. Check in, see how you're doing. How are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. We have one more non-basic land to look at. Which is this Flamekin Village, which I've also never heard of.
No.
Enters tapped if you don't reveal an elemental, and it gives a creature haste for relatively cheap for a land.
Yeah.
Sure, fine.
Okay.
Is
The
everything
creatures.
all right with you?
Everything's fine. I just get called away for silly reasons that don't actually matter.
Oh dear.
If people could just read, it would be fine. But apparently you need to double check with me because I'm the one who's made the cake before.
Oh dear.
And I was speaking quietly in case anyone hears me just complaining.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Yep. We have a Flame Braider. This is a mana dork in red. Still not the most common thing in the world. But it's spending only 4 elementals again. But it is 2 mana, which isn't like 2 mana for a 2 mana dork is not bad. And obviously you're gonna have plenty of elementals to spend this on.
Yes.
And I guess you actually can, because it's any combination of colors, so you can use this for 2 of your 5 for Ashling's second ability.
Yeah, if you really wanted to keep it around, yeah.
We have a Smoke Braider.
They're like they're braiding, apparently.
I think the exact same thing, except a 1/1 instead of a 2/2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them is activate abilities of elementals, and the other is to activate abilities of elemental sources.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the word source is, like why they've put that in there instead.
So I believe that this can only be used to activate activated abilities of permanents on the battlefield that are elementals.
Okay.
Whereas this could theoretically be used to activate, say, a cycling ability of an elemental.
Right, okay.
But
Sure.
it is such a minor and technical difference that in gameplay it will pretty much never come up.
Yeah.
And I would need to be checked on that to be absolutely certain, but I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that is I believe that's what the difference is saying.
Mm-hmm.
So two mana dorks in red for elementals. I guess being an elemental has its advantages.
Mm-hmm.
We have Incandescent Soulstoke.
Okay, a question.
Hello.
Oh, it's because of the mana cost, isn't it? I was gonna say, why have you gone onto a new line so immediately with only 2 creatures here?
Yes, it's because of the mana cost.
Okay, that's fine. I was like, there's only 2 cards here, Dizzy. What are you doing? Anyway, sorry, there's method to your madness.
There is a method about this. I'm very happy to put it up here.
No, you don't have to change it if you don't want to. I just thought I was like, what is going on?
So this is a lord. This is an elemental lord, which means it's a creature that gives other things of the same type +1/+1, or other things of a certain type +1/+1. They're always handy to have. Little anthem on a stick. Very nice. What does his other ability do? 2 mana, tap. Oh, you put an elemental creature card onto the battlefield for a turn, and it gets haste.
And then you sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. The next end step, not your next end step.
Yes, so if you do this on an opponent's turn, you don't get it, and you don't get it for your turn still. You only get it for their turn.
Yeah.
But I mean, a way to sneak out, again, I'm assuming this is going to be a deck all about big ETB effects. A way to sneak out an ETB for 3 mana.
I think it'll be really
for this kind of deck.
I think it'd be really, really funny if we have like no good ATB effects. I think it'd be really funny.
Be extremely sad.
It would be so sad, but I'm like, and it'd be so stupid. But like, I'm like, this is hilarious, actually.
Yeah. So this just from what I'm seeing already, this feels like this wants to be a very aggressive red deck that is technically a 5-color deck. Like, you're plopping out a big creature for not much mana. It's only lasting a turn, so you really have to hit hard with it.
I'm wondering when all the green's gonna happen, though. There has to be there has to be so much green in here. Like, so far it's 4 red creatures, you know?
Yeah. We have an Eclipsed Flamekin. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal an elemental, island, or mountain. Put it into your hand. Sure, it draws you a card, but only an elemental, island, or mountain.
Yeah. Possibly draws you a card.
It's an ETB effect. It's our first ETB effect.
It is, yes.
We have a Realm
Ooh,
Walker.
Realm Walker.
Technically an ETB effect, but not one that you particularly care about doubling.
No.
It lets you cast, in this deck it's going to be elementals from the top of your library, which is a very useful form of card advantage, honestly. Like, it's not a common one, and it's kind of situational, but like being able to cast cards off the top, because the top card of your library constantly replaces itself.
Well,
if
won't.
If you have the right setup in your deck, you can get like 3 cards worth of card advantage by just casting off the top of your library every time.
Yeah.
You were gonna say?
I immediately realized I was wrong, so it doesn't matter.
No. But it's also our first green spell.
Yes.
Then we have Endurance, who has Flash and Reach. He's a 3/4 reach for 3 mana. Not bad value. When it enters, put what card player? It's graveyard hate. Sure. And it has it's graveyard. It clears the graveyard. It has reach. It has flash. Those are all individually useful things to have on the cards. And it has its own evoke cost, so you can cast it for like free if you just exile a card from your hand. I'm always a bit I'm always a bit iffy about things that you can do at instant speed while you have no mana open. I don't think I love that as a concept for Magic.
Mm-hmm.
As free spells go, this is not the worst. Welcome in, Transfights. Thank you so much for the hand goop. I'll get you on that. This is indeed the premier Magic the Gathering review stream on Twitch. And if you think that there are other Magic the Gathering streamers who have more insightful commentary and bigger audiences, then you're wrong.
Maybe you should all contact Wizards of the Coast and tell them.
The record now.
Yeah, you should all contact Wizards of the Coast and tell them so that they give us free Magic stuff. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, you should go to email me at wizardsofthecoast.com, which is definitely a real email address.
Yeah, sure.
And you should specifically say that, like, we're your favorite Magic content streamers, and you'd love to see us get cards and decks to preview in future.
Yeah.
So we can do this with physical cards.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god.
We have a Risen Reef. This is a beautiful creature.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine seeing one of these in real life? How pretty that is.
I'd be terrified. You're like, it's so pretty, and I'm like, run the fuck away.
It's pretty large, admittedly, but it's gorgeous. I haven't read what it does yet, but it's gorgeous. What's it do? It's a 1/1. Whenever this or another elemental enters. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you can put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put it into your hand. I mean, that's honestly, that's a really good ability.
Mm-hmm, yeah. This or another elemental enters, right? So it enters. So like, you know, you have your fucking commander out and you're like, oh well, play this, and then it has with its evoke, and then it gets sacrificed, and then it enters again because it's a token, and
yeah, you're doubling its ETBs, you're doubling this thing's ETB as well.
Yeah.
This is currently my top card for this deck out of the ones we've seen.
Yeah, because like this one, you wouldn't evoke it, you would just play it and have it there.
Yeah.
And then evoke other things and be like, here's all my lands.
I think if you've got the colors for it, I think I'd probably put this down turn 3 and Ashling down turn 4. Because Ashling, again, is not a card that you need to have out like instantly. Like, she generates value well, so you want to have her out soon.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, yeah, this turn 3, Ashling turn 4. Then you've had an extra turn to try and get your 4 mana on the battlefield for the evoke 4, and you can start, you know, doing crazy things, either ramping or drawing crazily, while doubling whatever effects you're actually trying to double.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a card I love. Not an elemental.
Not an
this
elemental.
Is the first non-elemental, unless you count Realmwalker, which I don't. He's a tree folk, but it adds. It adds mana, and it gets bigger for each color among things you control, which is normally like a really staple thing in a 5-color deck.
Mm-hmm.
If you can plop out Massive Mysteries, if you've got Massive Mysteries as your alternate commander, it's pretty useful. But with Ashling,
yeah, it's kind of like, just whatever.
Ashling's only 1 color. And okay, it's a different color to Feybarrow Elder, so you have Ashling and Feybarrow. You've at least got 3 colors going on, and a 3-mana Dork, a 3-mana Vigilance 3/3 that taps the 3 mana. I guess that's still a good rate, actually. It's still a good rate, but it's not as synergistic as it is in a lot of other 5-color decks.
Yeah.
Transfight says it's large. It's only a 1/1, so you could probably take it.
I guess.
I'm not convinced I have a power statistic in Magic the Gathering. I've seen some other things that are 1/1s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this lady seems to have fire that they're shooting from their fingertips.
No, she only braids smoke. This one braids flame.
Mm-hmm.
It's only smoke. It's fine. Shh.
Yeah, okay, sure. We have Selvala.
Selvala, yes.
Another interesting choice of mana dork.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's generically a good mana dork.
Yeah.
And I guess you might be getting that draw effect more often if you are plopping out big elementals
Mm-hmm.
for cheap, and then they go away. Like, because obviously you plop it out. If it's the strongest power on the board, you get a draw immediately. It sacrifices itself. You get a token. You draw immediately, and it goes away at the end of turn, so that it's not like obstructing you for when you play an elemental next turn.
Yeah.
I guess that's potentially a solid draw engine if you have the big elementals. And you're gonna need the
Yes.
really big
If.
elementals. And as a mana dork, she's pretty okay. Like obviously, if you don't have your big mana dork out, if you don't have your big elemental out, she might not be tapping for that much mana. But if once you've got it out, if it's a 5 power elemental, then she's paying for Ashling's effect pretty much on her own.
Yeah.
So again, not a bad choice of dork.
I'm just thinking about the last time.
I looked at her and was like, I'm not sure. And by the time I got to the end of her ability, I was like, yes, I support this.
I'm just thinking about the last time that Sylvala worked out really well for me. That was very funny. I was like, so I'm just going to tap her for like 20 something mana.
That was a really big squirrel, or was it Yuna?
No, that was Yuna. Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of wild. Everything was going crazy with +1s, I think. Okay. What we got now?
We're on to 4 mana. We have Omnath.
Omnath.
A well-known, well-beloved elemental. It's got a landfall ability. I'm not thinking of this very much as a landfall-y deck so far. We've had 4 mana dorks.
Yeah, I mean, Omnath combined with the Risen Reef is pretty wild, though. You could be putting in lots of lands with that.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you are.
You sounded.
Reread Risen Reef.
You sounded so confused for a second. I was like, you could be playing like multiple lands a turn with this thing.
Yeah, you're right. You absolutely could be playing multiple lands a turn with that thing. You're correct. And this could also be drawing you a moderate number of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the late game, this could draw you a card a turn, which isn't terrible. Yeah, it's a popular, beloved elemental. It's going to be a popular reprint for this deck, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is a boy who I've not seen before. He's not new.
Slithermuse.
It's a fish hydra.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's an elemental.
Heads, but they're all fish heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting as well, like the diversity of things that are elementals. Because like obviously, like the Endurance and the Risen Reef are maybe what you'd classically consider an elemental. Like they are bits of inanimate stuff brought to life.
Yeah, or things like Omnath. I like Omnath. He's made of stuff.
Yeah, Omnath I think is like elemental energy.
Yes.
Animate. And then you have like the Flamekin, which are the most iconic Lorwyn elementals, who are sort of fire spirits, but they're like the fire guys from Skyrim.
Yes.
Whose name escapes me.
Sure, I've played Skyrim. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you want to talk about Star Wars too?
It doesn't have many elementals.
You sure? I'm pretty sure that it's full of them. I've seen all Star Wars. Yeah.
Shall we find out what Slithermuse does?
Yeah.
It has a leaves the battlefield effect, which I guess you also double with Ashling.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because it has its own evoke cost. So.
Yes, Kingal is correct. They're called Atranax. Thank you, Kingal. When it leaves, you choose an opponent, and you draw up to their hand size, which, yeah, okay. Like, you plop it down the first thing you do in your main phase. You draw up to an opponent's hand size. You presumably play a bunch of cards for the rest of your turn, and then on your end step, it's that you sacrifice it. Well, sorry. So the first one comes down, goes away, you draw up. you get in the token, you sacrifice that at the end. Once you've played out all of those cards you've just drawn, you draw back up
Yes.
to that opponent's hand size. Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, that's fun.
Interesting, just for the card itself. Interesting, the evoke cost is also 4 mana.
Yeah.
They obviously decided that just like being able to choose that it goes away immediately is good enough.
Mm-hmm. This is
Uh,
wild. This is a house and its foundations, I guess.
yeah. It's a fun looking boy. This is a 2/2, and this would definitely kill me in a fight. Like people say,
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a 1/1. You could stand up to that. Well, this is a 2/2. It would squash me flat before looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
I like this card's just in isolation. Like it's a 4 mana creature that also blows something up, or
Mm-hmm.
it's just 2 mana to blow something up. Like that's a good rate of return.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Penguin, how's
Hello,
it going?
Penguin.
We have our first black card, Shimmer Creep, also very pretty, if in an ominous kind of way.
Oh, wow. I find it interesting you call this pretty.
Well, it's got lots of colours going on.
Okay, the colors, I guess, are pretty, but like the first thing I see is like big spider legs and like a goat head.
It does also have big spider legs and a goat question mark face.
Like, you know, it's just like... Yes, Penguin, we have been talking about that. That's the whole point. We are basing it around the commander, yes. We are aware of this.
So he's a menace boy. Oh, sorry, he's actually a 5 cost. I need to start a new line. I
Oh.
can count, I promise.
What if
we
you
are
run
going
out
to
of
run out
lines?
we are going to run out of space for new lines very quickly. It's fine. We'll grab that vine swing when we come to it.
Sure.
He is debuting one of the new ability words from Lorwyn Eclipse. He has a vivid, which is basically Fabaro Elder's like colors matter, but this time it's got a word attached to it. What does he do? What does he do? When it enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of colors among opponents you control.
I mean, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, like each opponent loses 5, you gain 5. That's pretty alright.
Yeah.
This is one that's going to work better with Massive Mysteries than it does with Ashling. But that's how a Precon should be. Is it should have cards that work differently well with the 2 alternates.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously with Massive Mysteries, you're getting 2 of these every turn, and Massive Mysteries is providing your 5 colors all on its own.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that when you're draining 10 from each player a turn and gaining 10, like that's going to be scary.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
if you can afford Massive Mysteries, you can afford this. We have another classic and much beloved card. I assume probably from the original Lorwyn, given that it has Evoke.
Mm-hmm.
We have Mole Drifter.
Mm-hmm.
He's a classic. He enters, he draws you cards, he has flying. He doesn't have many good stats.
No, but like, you have Ashling out, he enters twice.
Yep.
You draw 4 cards.
Uh-huh. We have... I thought for a sec this was a cute dolphin boy, and it's actually a dolphin boy.
That is certainly something.
We have Subterfuge. This is another new card for this deck.
I'm sorry, like it's a dolphin head, and then suddenly its arms are like a crocodile, and then is that a dolphin part of its middle part of its body, or is that maybe a shark? And then like it's got wings. It's got 2 sets of wings. Like it's what is this thing?
Yeah, I think it's going dolphin, iguana, maybe shark,
Yeah,
dragonfly,
eagle.
eagle.
Sure.
Oh, and it's actually I've just noticed it has a whale tail at the bottom as well, under the waterline.
Yes, so it does.
We When it enters, target creature gains flying, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. Oof, that's gonna be
Wow.
a mean ability to double. A, because you can hit people with potentially 2 different flyers, but also if you just double it on your one biggest thing and
Mm-hmm.
smack someone in the face with it and draw cards equal to twice its power.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. And this boy comes with Encore, which is its own little way of like multiplying an ETB effect, but for 9 mana. I mean, Encore normally is quite expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you can see, Encore is from your graveyard. You make a token copy for each opponent that attacks that opponent. So for 9 mana, you're getting this 3 times in Commander.
Mm-hmm.
King says, whale tails probably have the same structure as a dolphin tail. I guess that is probably true as well.
Maybe.
King says, and a double striker. Oh, if you give it to a double striker, okay, yes, yes,
Mhm.
that would also be very, very silly and ridiculous very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of double strikers, thank you, King Girl, for seamlessly segueing us into our next card. This is Fury. This is another elemental incarnation. Is it another new card? No, this is an existing elemental incarnation. So the incarnations, all the incarnations that I've ever seen tend to have like 1-word names that are concepts.
Yeah.
So the classic incarnations that you're likely to see are Anger, which gives all your things haste while it's in the graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and Brawn, which is Anger but green and for trample instead.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo says this one did the numbers in Modern. Ah, I see. These are things that we don't know.
Yeah, I know nothing about any other form.
Our chat can provide us with. So this boy, he's a 3/3 double strike for 5.
There you are.
When it
What's going
enters,
on?
deals 4 damage among creatures and planeswalkers. And it's another one that you can cast for free, but this one doesn't have flash. Welcome on in, Stray Cat, I guess. This Shaka, you've been allocated a Stray Cat.
I
in your
have been
chat.
allocated a stray cat. Yes, welcome in.
Yeah, 4 damage as a removal spell is fine. As a free
Mhm.
removal spell, obviously, is good.
Mm-hmm.
A 3/3 double striker is also pretty solid base to put that on. If you double this ETB effect, it's going to be solid. It's not going to be stunning.
Yeah.
Shriekmaw, on the other hand, has a much better ETB effect to double
Mm-hmm.
because you're just blowing up a creature. You're gonna. Oh, wow, that's a lot of cards.
Oh my god.
I think that is probably
Wow.
still more cards than I own.
I think I own about like 800 and something according to Moxfield, so definitely more than I own, and that's 1,000 more cards coming. Dear Lord.
Wow.
I wish money. Wow.
But yeah, I like Shriekmaw. Shriekmaw's good. Like, its evoke cost is good value for a creature kill card. Obviously, attaching it to a 3/2 unblockable body for 5 mana is a pretty good rate as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shriekmaw. I hadn't realized Shriekmaw was an elemental. This is another one from the Subterfuge school of elemental design,
Mm-hmm.
where instead of doing elementals, they have just sort of sewn a bunch of different creatures together.
Mm-hmm.
We have, oops, Gigantha the Wellspring. As an elemental elk, as a 5/5. I think, this is our first like actual big chunky hitter that
Mm-hmm.
we've seen. I guess Fury is kind of also a big chunky hitter with a double strike. It's a companion, but it's not a companion for this deck.
Mm-hmm.
And it taps. Oh, it's a mana dork that taps for Wooburg.
Oh.
This mana can't be spent to pay generic mana costs.
Oh, that's interesting. So
really-
it could only be spent for colored mana.
Yes,
Interesting.
that is very interesting. Oh, and a great match, obviously, for Ashling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have this out, like if you paid its own mana cost to get it out and you have it out permanently, and then like you get a token copy with Ashling that you want to keep, so you just tap this and you're like, okay, I've got it. You know, you don't have to worry about anything else, I guess. But
Yeah. Well, even better than that, if you can evoke this with Ashling,
mm-hmm.
the real one comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Its sacrifice trigger goes on the stack. You tap it in response. You have your Wooburg floating
Mm-hmm.
that you can spend on whatever you want Wooburg for. So you're already up 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Then the token copy comes in. The token copy has haste, and so will pay for itself if you want to keep it around on your end step.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a pretty nice combo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got some more multicolor boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yarok the Desecrated. And the
Certainly is
Elemental
a thing.
Horror. God, looking at this thing, I would have assumed just from the art that this was some sort of Phyrexian
Yeah,
monstrosity.
for sure.
It's got the keywords for it. It's a Death Touch Lifelink 3/5,
Mm-hmm.
and it doubles your ETB triggers.
Oh wow, okay.
so with Ashling, obviously quadrupling your ETB triggers.
Yep.
We have another 5-mana legendary creature. So this could theoretically be an alternative commander, although it's not designed as the alternative commander. 5/5 Vigilance, Trample, Haste. Play an elemental from your graveyard for Wooburg. Sure. You're gonna have lots of elementals in your graveyard with Ashling.
Mm-hmm.
We have an Ingot Chewer. And isn't it sweet? I would let him chew every ingot that I could find.
Sure.
You seem unconvinced.
I guess. Where are his eyes?
Yeah, okay.
The like are all of those things eyes, or does he have no eyes?
I think they're all eyes, but I'm not certain.
Okay, well either way, I'm like, if they're all eyes, he freaks me out a little bit. If he has no eyes, he freaks me out a little bit. Just from the way he looks, he's kind of like, oh yeah, you're cute in a creepy way. Oh, King Girl. Oh my god.
As for the actual card itself, evoke 1 red mana to destroy an artifact is a fine rate for that.
Mm-hmm.
The actual creature casting it for its creaturiness, Evoking this for 4 mana to destroy 2 artifacts, I could just about see that being a useful thing that you could do sometimes. I'm in love with the boy more than I'm in love with the card.
Yeah.
We have a Cavalier.
Oh no, I pressed a button.
Oh no, what was your button?
Oh, I just pressed the spacebar. It just whirled me around, so it's fine. But
yeah, we've got interesting to know as well. We've got a few cards like Yarok and Horde and Cavalier that have quite a lot of coloured pips on them, which obviously is normally sort of a bit of a worry for a 5-color deck. But a lot of green pips for this deck, I assume, is not going to be much of a worry.
No.
And in general, because you can pay all of your costs with an evoke for 4 generic, probably not too big of a deal in general in this deck.
Yeah.
This is a decent chunky boy. A 5/6 reach. When it enters, it ramps you a land from the top 5 cards of your library. That's a solid trigger to be doubling. And when it dies, you can recur something from your graveyard to the top of your library. Yeah, I like all of those.
Yeah.
You're going to get that death trigger right away if you really want it. You're going to get 2 ramps out of it with Ashling. And it's a big reachy boy.
Yep.
We're on to our 6 manas. 6 mana drops. Green Warden of Murasa. I'm not quite certain how to interpret the artwork. I'm seeing a little guy in the middle who maybe is piloting it, but I'm not sure.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can draw this out for you in a way that will help. I'll do my best. Like I'm seeing, like, oh, I can't draw on the card.
That's just rocks, I feel like.
Yeah, but like I'm seeing like the rocks are in the shape of like a little guy with an eye and then an arm coming out there.
I guess I just thought it was rocks gathered up by the like wrapped around branches.
Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm just doing the thing that humans always do,
Mm-hmm.
and putting a face into something. But
Yeah.
it's a happy face. He's got a little smile. I think.
I guess.
It's a 5/4. When it enters, you get a card back from your graveyard. When it dies, you get a card back from your graveyard. You're
Nice.
gonna get both of them twice. I I don't include loads of recursion in my decks when I make them, and that probably is a weakness of them. But I think it's also it's a rough thing to include a dedicated slot for. Like in this is a fairly efficient use of that slot because you're potentially, you've got one card that's going to recur 4 different things from your graveyards. But yeah, you could do worse.
Mm-hmm.
We have Lamentation,
Mm-hmm.
who is also destroying a creature on entry, but it's without the Shriekmaw limitations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big chunky boy, and it's getting you a little bit of life. And this guy has Encore.
And it's got Encore.
So of course, because the real one is going to your graveyard when you evoke it, you can do the Encore thing, whenever you like.
Yeah.
It is 8 mana, but it's 8 mana for destroy 3 things and get some temporary big boys, which isn't terrible. That's pretty solidly all right. Quite happy with Lamentation. Also, an interesting look. I guess the lamentations are coming from all of its mouths.
I guess.
It's got a whole chorus of lamenting mouths.
Yeah.
And where its head would normally be, it just has a lot of crab claws.
Yeah.
That is a fun creature design. I could
It's
steal that.
sure interesting.
Another elemental incarnation, we have Jubilation, which is just a smug-looking deer snake.
Yeah. With many legs. Or it's just, well, it's got the leg, but it's on, I feel like it's sitting on 2 feet to stand up straight.
Yes.
I can't see them, so then it's got 2 extra legs. Because it's got 6 legs if it's standing on 2 feet.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's more like a weasel or a stoat deer?
Yeah.
It's a sort of a mini overrun effect. It's +2/+2 and trample to everything for a turn. If you're doubling that, then that's +4/+4 and trample. That's pretty decent for 4 mana.
It's +4/+4 and double trample.
Yes, double trample.
Because that's a real thing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decently sized body on its own. Yeah, an overrun effect is always good for closing out a game, especially in a deck like this where presumably you're hopefully going to end up with some big boys as we get towards the end. We've seen a decent number of 5s and a bunch of 5s with +2 or +4 to smush over things. Yeah, that's going to hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna end a game. We have Muldrotha, the Gravetide. This is a name I recognize, but I don't know what it does. It gives you 1 thing from your graveyard each turn. Again, really good with Ashling, who's filling your graveyard with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 6/6. Nothing too shabby. We have Vernal Sovereign, another elemental elk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a popular combination. It's a 4/4 when it enters or attacks. So you're doubling that initial enters ability, and you're potentially getting a 3rd one because it's got haste on the turn it comes down if you are doing the evoke thing with Ashling.
Mm-hmm.
You make a green and white elemental whose power is equal to the number of creatures you control. So if you're doing that 3 times, then obviously its minimum base power is going to be 4.
Mm-hmm.
1 for each token plus Ashling. But yeah, those a decent number of those, and they can get big quick. They can be a whole big board quick.
Yeah. And it's a land? What do you where's a land, Penguin?
Yes,
What?
I'm also wondering about that. Oh, Muldrotha, I think, is also getting you a land. You get a land and a spell.
Oh,
It's a spell
yes.
of each type as well. Actually, I hadn't.
Cast a permanent spell of each
quite
permanent type
processed
from
that.
your. Okay, that's actually huge. That's massive. That's
Yeah,
huge.
that's potentially like in this deck. We don't have many of the other permanent types. Like we've just got creature, artifact, enchantment. But like that's still potentially 3 things a turn from your graveyards if you have the right setup.
Yeah.
We have yet another elemental incarnation. We have belonging. It's a 6-cost 6/6. When it enters, you make 3 shapeshifters. So you're just building a wide board with this boy. And this is another one that has that encore, so you can make a whole bunch of shapeshifters from your graveyards if you have 8 mana to splurge. Bane of Progress? I hadn't realized this was an elemental. This is not that useful of an ability to double, but it is a good elemental because it's a board wipe for artifacts and enchantments, and it gets big.
Yeah.
So this one you're probably not evoking.
No.
But it's just a good elemental. And I guess if you've got Massive Mysteries out, then you can wipe the board this way every turn, potentially.
Yeah.
Which sounds horrible if other people are running an artifact or enchantment heavy deck.
Yes.
We are onto our 7 drops. I'm going to put them over here and pray we don't have loads.
Sure.
We have Impulsivity.
Okay.
New one. Is this a new one? This is a new one. Oh, Jubilation is also a new one.
Okay.
Oh, actually, a few of them are new ones. Hang on. So Jubilation and Lamentation are new for this.
Okay.
I hadn't realized. I think those are and Subterfuge, which we've already mentioned, and Belonging. Okay, so I guess this series of elemental incarnations with Encore. Yes, look, there's a blue one, a black one, a green one, a white one, and now we've got the red one.
Okay.
There we go. So they've made a full cycle of them for this deck. It's a 7/5. When it enters, you get 1 free instant or sorcery from any graveyard.
Oh.
It's 7 mana is I feel like that's on the higher end to pay for that. But again, you're not paying for that. You're paying for generic for that twice.
Yeah.
Which is a really good rate of return. And on a 7/5, a 7/5 will help you win a game.
Yeah.
We have a Titan of Industry, another 7-drop, a little heavy on the green pips. It's a 7/7 reach trample. When it enters, it has 2 things.
Oh, wow, okay.
You blow up an artifact or enchantment, or you gain 5 life, which you're normally not going to pick. You get a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior, and you get a shield counter. So I think most of the time you're probably going to be picking the blow something up and the shield counter, or you're going to be picking the blow something up and the token.
Or you could get all 4 now.
Yeah, you can get all 4 if you really want.
Yeah, because you go evoke this and then it's gone and then you get the token and it's like, I'll just do one of each.
Yeah, I've met this card before. It's a solid card. It's difficult to go wrong with the 7/7 Trampler.
Yeah.
And it's got some useful ETBs, which is exactly what this deck wants. We have an Omnath, Locus of Rage.
Oh.
Another popular elemental reprint. This is not here for its evoking thing.
This is the Omnath I know.
Elemental synergy.
Yeah, this is the Omnath I know.
This is scary Omnath.
Yeah.
It's making you a 5/5 whenever a land enters. Again, you're not going to be doing that loads with this deck, but there's a few cards in here that will give you extra land hits. And yeah, whenever an elemental dies, it deals 3 damage to anything.
Yeah.
which you're going to be doing a lot.
He's scary.
You're gonna be sacrificing a lot of elementals.
Mm-hmm.
With the myriad tokens are exiled, not sacrificed, so less useful for massive mysteries, sadly.
Oh, they're exiled. Yes. Okay.
But also, just again, in general, another popular reprint. This is going to be a popular reprint. Avenger of Zendikar, a much beloved, again, landfall card. Although here, I guess, is not present for its landfall ability, is present for its enters ability. Where you're just going to make a bajillion plants. Welcome back, Artie. I hope you have good foods. Yeah, you're going to plop down this and then this again. Make twice your lands in 0/1s. I guess you'll probably want to have at least one land. You'll want to play this before you do your land drop for turns, so you can at least get those 0/1s to be attacking 1/2s.
Yes.
But yeah, again, another popular card that people will have wanted to see. And our only 8-drop, Maelstrom Wanderer. Oh, I know this guy. You'll be able to figure out why I know this guy.
Oh wow, yeah, I see it immediately.
Gives other things haste and has cascades.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll plop this down for 4, and you'll get 2 cascades for 8. So you could have potentially cast like 2 of these guys.
Yep.
Having paid just the 4 mana for this. Sadly, also not an enters ability, but this is taking advantage of the cheaper cost from Ashling rather than anything else. I like that. I mean, I was always gonna like that. That was never really.
I mean, like, yeah, it takes advantage of the cheaper cost, but also like that's 4 cascades.
Yes.
So
no, because the cascade doesn't.
Oh no, it's because when you cast. Okay, right. Yes. Okay, but still, it's 2 cascades, and you get them for cheap. So
yes. Yeah, this is really quite nice in a deck that's basically giving him a big discount. And he's an elemental, so if you have your elemental synergies online, he's still a big 7/5 boy at the end of all of that. Looking at like the mana curve of creatures here, this is sort of what I'd want to see. Like, we've got quite a lot of the bigger boys that we're going to be casting for discount. I've seen a lot of enters abilities that I like. I'm feeling so far like this is solid.
I would agree.
Any other thoughts before I pack the creatures?
I don't have enough knowledge about Magic things to have any real insights the way you do. You can read a card and you can say this works well with this thing and this works well with this thing. Like half the time when you're like, oh, this works better with Massive Mysteries than with Ashling, I'm like, sure, I guess. Like I don't know enough about Magic to have insights when you're like, anything else to say? I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not as helpful here as Hex, really.
That's fair, but you are still greatly appreciated for your contributions that you do make. And I think you do have insights. I think you've had good insights. I've got to get rid of this little stone guy, otherwise he's just gonna be there for the rest of the video.
I'm not saying this to like put myself down or anything. It's just like, you know, anything else to add. It's like I won't have anything else to add because I don't know what I could add to anything.
Stray Cat, thank you so much for the follow. That's very nice of you.
I'm gonna go look some food in my Discord real quick.
Guy.
And be jealous, apparently, because I'm always jealous of it. Oh my god. Oh, that's not fair.
Those sound like jealous noises.
That's not fair, actually. Oh, rude.
We're on to some sorceries.
Yes, we are.
We have a Kadama's Reach, which is a card I really like because it is basically a second copy of Cultivate. But all the Precons normally have Cultivate and not Kadama's Reach. So I'm glad to see these in here. these are gonna be really good in this deck because you're trying to get your color diversity up, so you can get 2 basics of different colors. Yeah, I solidly approve of this.
Yep.
We have a distant melody. Draw 1 for each elemental.
Sure.
Yeah. When does the myriad exiling happen? End of combat. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to get that with this, but you're still going to have a bunch of elementals on the field. This is
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that wasn't so much in the creature pack that I was wondering if we'd see in the rest of the deck was, are we going to have lots of like typal support stuff? Because in the creature pack, it was basically just like Massive Mysteries helps out your creatures once they're on the field. Omnath and whoever the Lord was,
Mm-hmm.
this guy. So I'm excited to see Distant Melodies. Shatter the Sky. It's a board wipe. It's a cheap board wipe. It's a symmetric board wipe, but it's hopefully going to give you a card.
Mm-hmm.
I think in practice, controlling a creature with power 4 or greater is a pretty easy threshold to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So probably everyone's drawing a card,
Yeah,
and
probably.
then you're blowing everything up. But for 4 mana,
Yeah.
destroys everything, replaces itself, it's fine. Especially for a Precon board wipe.
Mm-hmm.
We have an Elemental Spectacle. And this Elemental, if that is what it is a spectacle.
Yep.
It's a ladybird with snails coming out of its shell.
Well,
Among other things.
do they count as snails because it's the whole ladybug shell is also their shell, or do they count as slugs?
That is a good question.
But
I'm
also-
inclined to say snails because I feel like their little facey mouth parts are more snaily than they are sluggy, but that could be total nonsense that I've just made up.
Are snails and slugs actually different from each other, though?
They're their own distinct like groups, but they are right next to each other.
Right.
And there's a type of, I think, snail that has a really reduced shell that is sort of like as Artie says, like a half snail.
Or half snails, okay.
So what's this? Is this a new one? This is a new card for this deck. It's got the colors matter vivid thing.
Mm-hmm.
Create a number of 5/5 red and green elemental creature tokens equal to the number of colors among permanents you control.
Okay, so you
Then
could get
gain some
5.
life.
Then you could get 5/5s.
Yeah, 5/5/5s for 6 mana. If you just control this boy, yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, this will go well in pretty much any 5-color deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still going to give you 5/5/5s.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter about the fact that they're elementals. Like, they're chunky boys. Semi-snails.
Then we have a Haunting Voyage.
Okay.
6 mana black sorcery. Choose a creature type. Return up to 2 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, you'll have a full graveyard of elementals.
Mm-hmm.
If it was foretold, return all creatures of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Oh,
boy! Obviously, the
oh.
foretell cost is very spenny. It's 7 mana plus the 2 that you spend to foretell it in the first place. But yeah, that's gonna give you you've got a big graveyard with Ashling. That's gonna give you a big board. That's gonna be potentially a game-winning card.
Yeah, and like the thing is, you'd only want to be foretelling it whenever you have a big graveyard, and by the time you have a big graveyard, like, you should have a decent amount of mana, you know?
Yeah.
So paying 9 for this shouldn't be that difficult.
I mean, honestly, like, if this is in your opening hand, you'll foretell this on turn 2.
Yeah, oh yeah, just sit it down, you know?
Yeah, you've not got loads of, like, astonishing 2-drops.
Mhm.
Like, your ramp is... You've got some 2-cost mana dorks. But, like, you know, your other ramp is 3 cost, Ashling is 3 cost, so it's not vital to ramp on turn 2, because it's not
Mhm.
going to get Ashling out any quicker. So yeah, just having this sitting around waiting. I guess the disadvantage is this is probably the only foretell card in this deck.
Yeah, so
everyone's
if you
gonna
were
know what it
playing the
is.
actual Precon rather than like an upgraded version of it or anything like that, people are like, oh, I know exactly what that is. Be waiting for it.
Yeah.
But oh well.
But I mean, if it gets the blue player to just keep a counter spell hanging back and they never use it, that's
Yeah.
also a worthwhile use of 2 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our board wipe. Our other board wipe is Blasphemous Act.
Yep.
We've got a creature in the creature pile that is a board wipe for artifacts and enchantments, so I don't mind having 2 creature-focused board wipes here.
Mm-hmm.
Blasphemous Act is still not my favorite board wipe in the world
It's fine.
because, like, if anything's like a really big problem, Blasphemous Act might not kill it. If
Yeah.
it's that big of a problem.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the game I was talking about where Sylvala did everything, did great. It would have killed none of my creatures in that game.
Yeah.
Like, so
But
that's,
on the flip side, in Commander, you're pretty much always casting it for 1 red mana. So.
that's also very true. Yes.
And that is our.
Your
source.
gathering choices today are wild to me. They're not They're not consistent in any way. Like for the start, it was highlight and press G, and then like last time, I think you like grabbed a couple, and then you like grabbed a row and put the row in the thing, and this one was almost 1 card at a time, and I'm like, are you? What is? I'm not complaining. I'm just observing you.
I feel observed.
Well, it's okay. I'm going to deal with the next deck, and I'm probably going to do the same thing. So.
I'll tactfully move my camera over to this corner of the screen so no one can see.
Excuse me. Carry on,
We've
please.
got a Path to Exile, one of the best removal spells for a creature.
Yep.
Second only to Swords to Plowshares, which sadly we don't have. But putting them both in a single precon, it has happened. It's in one of the Doctor Who precons, but might be a bit much. We have a reality shift,
Okay.
which is very topical at the moment. I guess that's why it's been included, specifically this one. Because obviously in 5 colors, you really do have your pick of whatever removal spells you want. Exile target creature, its controller manifests the top color of its library. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Pretty decent removal spell, especially for blue. Maybe I should start running this in my blue decks. We have a crib swap. Exiles a creature, gives them a 1/1 in return. Very creature-focused removal. At 3 mana, I'd much rather have a permanent, or at least hit 2 different permanent types.
So this is a creature, but it's an instant and it goes away. That's so weird to me.
It's a kindred, so it has a creature type.
Yeah.
And it can benefit from... So, for example, if Aisling didn't have the errata to say elemental permanent spells, then this would be an elemental spell and you could theoretically evoke it.
Yes.
You never would, because you'd evoke it for 4 mana instead of 3 mana, but like you theoretically could.
Well, yes, you would evoke it for 3, but like surely you'd get to exile 2 creatures instead. So like.
Well, no, because it doesn't enter because it's an instant.
Oh, I guess okay. Sure.
That's why they needed the errata, because it's confusing. It's unintuitive, and that's a sin.
I mean, like I don't know that I ever would have in my brain like said that instants and sorceries don't enter. They're put on the field, so in my mind they've entered the battlefield. So like I don't, but I guess they're always on the stack. They're never on the battlefield. You're just putting them there to show that you've played it. So
Yes.
you know, that's where my confusion was coming in there. Like that's, you know, these streams are just me being educated. This is not me giving any useful insight into things. I'm just going, oh, I didn't know that.
I don't think that's the whole of it, but it is also nice to learn things. I mean, I get schooled by Hex and Wrath a lot in these streams normally. We have Return of the Wild Speaker, a fairly solid green draw spell. You're going to have a lot of chunky boys. You're going to draw potentially a bunch of cards off of them. And because you're splashing everything out of your hand for 4, you're going to want to refill your hand. And it can also double as a +3/+3 to everything for a turn, which, if all of your things are temporary anyway, +3/+3 for a turn is as good as they're going to get.
Yeah.
Doesn't give them trample is very sad, but it'd just be too strong a card if it did.
Yeah.
It's a solid card.
Fair.
Kindred Summons. 7 mana. Choose a creature type. Reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal X creature cards of the chosen type, where X is the number of that type you have. Put them onto the battlefield for free, then shuffle. Sure. So if you've got a lot of if you're in the late game, you have a decent board. This is going to like double your board.
Yeah. That's wild.
It's a card that I've sort of toyed with putting in typo decks before and never have.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like it doubly benefits when you're not just a typo deck, but a typo deck that's full of expensive creatures that you can put out for free, which this is.
Yeah.
How would you like me to group up?
You can do whatever way you want. I'm so sorry. I've made you self-conscious now.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm messing. I'm being mischievous.
That's a surprise. You've never done that ever.
Sol Ring.
It's pretty.
We're still getting a new Sol Ring for every set. Actually, 2 new Sol Rings. We got a different one for this deck and the other deck. It's a pretty Sol Ring. It's one of the better recent Sol Rings.
Yeah.
You had thoughts on them.
Yeah, I had thoughts on them. They were pretty, except for their. Nothing's gonna beat the Bloomborough ones.
No, nothing is ever going to beat the Bloomborough ones, probably, which is very sad. Apart from maybe some of the secret lairs. Did you have a thought about the secret lairs?
I don't remember what I said, Dizzy. Like, they're the secret lairs are made to be fucking pretty or something. I don't know.
Well, that's basically it. For context of people listening at home, we mentioned the Sol Rings before stream because I noticed that they weren't the 2 different arts, one for each deck, and I had to go and fix that manually. Poor Shaka. You're being tormented.
I mean, is that anything new?
No comment. We have Farewell Stone. I love it in multicolor decks. It's Exotic Orchard, but it's a 2-mana rock. We have an Arcane Signet. Always great in pretty much every deck.
Are these bells?
I think so. They don't.
Urdu's adherents invoke its blessings with jingling bells and dancing feet. Where there is joy, there is warmth of the sun.
Oh, see, I was about to say I don't know what the Lorwyn link of the bells is, and then you were clever enough to read the flavor text.
I read the text. I just saw the word bells, and I was like, I was right, so I'm gonna read it the whole thing.
This is the Arcane Signet you can use in your Silk Song deck.
Yes!
We have a Chromatic Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
It's often in Precons that it's like of limited use in, but I think in a 5-color Precon this is very useful for the making sure you have your right colors. Oh, I've never seen this before.
Is that
Timeless Lotus.
Oh.
Taps for Wooburg.
Yep.
Sure. Enters tapped, I guess, because otherwise it'd be effectively a free spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
A lovely ramp card for 5-color. I'm surprised because I've made a couple of 5-color lists now. I'm surprised I've never actually come across it from Dominant. I guess because 5 mana, 5 mana is quite a lot for a ramp spell. So else, why is it called Wooburg? Because the 5 colors, in the normal order that they appear, are white, which is the W.
White
and then both blue and black are competing for the letter B, and they would also be competing for the letter L. So blue instead gets shafted with its 3rd letter, which is U, freeing up the B for black, R for red, G for G. G for G?
G for G.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. G,
yes.
Hashtag G for G.
You know, the 5 colors, white, U, black, red, G.
Exactly.
Yep. See, sometimes I'm funny intentionally.
I'm glad we got that sorted. We have a small pile of enchantments.
Mm-hmm.
We have an abundant growth.
Yep.
Which it pretends to be a ramp spell, but it's actually a draw spell.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't actually net you any additional mana, it just color fixes for you. Oh dear, somebody got killed by a bot. It's fine, they were also a bot.
Yeah, they were also a bot.
Yeah, abundant growth. I mean,
Oh,
you do need
oh,
your color
oh,
fix.
oh.
Oh.
Oh,
What's up?
this will only do it in my chat. It's on my chat. I was gonna say I'll ban it, but because I was like I can ban things because I'm a mod, but it'll only be banned in my chat. I was thinking about banning it in your
we have
chat.
shared ban list on.
So we do. So does it also? But I'm confused.
I'm seeing now that they have been banned in my little chat monitoring app.
Oh, amazing. I didn't do the banning though. I already did the banning.
No. You were so excited to exercise your powers as well.
Well, I just like the thing is I'm normally like things happen in your stream and I'm just like I'm not really a mod. I'm not gonna do anything. I was just like I can ban the. No, Hardy, you don't need to unban them. Hardy's like give Shaka their excitement. Give it to them. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, back to the enchantments. Yeah, no, it doesn't actually ramp. It's just like, well, if you only had a forest, I guess it's better now, but it's not ramp.
Like, I think I'd rather have a 2-mana spell that actually ramps, because there is a similar aura that is like when thing is tapped, add 1 mana of any color. I'm pretty sure that aura costs 2.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have a 2-mana actual ramp spell without the draw.
Yeah.
Than a 1-mana color fix with a draw.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's just me. It's one of those cards that they've put in a precon so you can cut it later when you upgrade. And that's fine, that's as it should be. Precons shouldn't be perfect decks.
No.
I've never met this guy before. Cream of the
Crop. Take that as 97 waste.
Whenever a creature you control enters, you can look at the top X cards of your library where X is its power. So obviously you're getting this twice because this is an enters trigger.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, put one of those cards on top of the rest on the bottom. So it's a pseudo scry X where X is the power of a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It duplicates approach and bring. Wow. Okay. Oof. We have an X spell. We have Springleaf Parade, which is very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Is this new? This is definitely very Lorwyn-y art.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a new card for this deck. We've got a little changeling.
Oh, it makes little mana darks.
I assume the others are Kithkin, but I'm not certain. When it enters, create X. Ah, yes, you're right. It does. That's a pretty good rate of return. Like,
yeah.
For 3 mana, you're getting 1/1/1 mana dork isn't great, but for 4 mana, you're getting 2, which is pretty alright. And obviously, above that, you're getting extras for that amount.
Well, yes, but but it makes any creature tokens you control have this. It's not just the ones that came in with it.
Yes. You know what this would be? You know what this would do well in? This would do well in Camellia.
Yeah.
Because it's making squirrels.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Give me my squirrels. Yes, well, one of them must be a Kithkin because of the flavor text. I imagine.
Oh, yes, I see. You're correct. Come into the light, strange one. All are welcome to bask in Erdew's glow. So the lore behind Lorwyn Shadowmoor, originally, it was one plane and it was on a great cycle between the daylight side, which was Lorwyn, and the nighttime side, which was Shadowmoor, and they would flip over every sort of few years. And this cycle was being controlled by someone called Una, who was like an evil fairy. And that all got resolved during the plotline of the original Lorwyn block. So of 4, I believe, sets. There was Lorwyn, Morningtide, Shadowmoor, Eventide, I think, across which this story was resolved. And now we're back to Lorwyn. Lorwyn has become Lorwyn Eclipsed, where some parts of the plane are Lorwyn and some are Shadowmoor at sort of at the same time in different places.
Mm-hmm.
And some parts are the Eclipsed places where it's sort of both.
Mm-hmm.
And the movement of the daylight versus nighttime places is believed to be linked to the two great I think they're dragons, but they might technically be elementals. One is the sun one, which is Erdu, and the other is the night one, and I don't know what that one's called. But yeah, so they are sort of controlling the spread of these their respective bits of the plane across the whole plane.
Mm-hmm.
And every creature has a version of itself as how they appear in Lorwyn, and a version of how they appear in Shadowmoor. And as they cross the boundary from one to the other, they change from their Lorwyn side to their Shadowmoor side.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like for elementals, and I was like, I don't actually know what elementals do when they change over. Like elves are different kinds of racist on the Lorwyn side and the Shadowmoor side.
Mm-hmm.
Goblins on the Lorwyn side are like happy-go-lucky, experimental, very expendable.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Lorwyn side, on the Shadowmoor side, they're sort of more conventional kind of raiders
Mm-hmm.
and badmen. Merfolk are like happy, enterprising, entrepreneurial individuals on the Lorwyn side, and they are vicious, ruthless, cutthroat traders or bandits on the Shadowmoor side. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's who Erdu is. Erdu is the sun spirit who controls the moving of the sunny side of Lorwyn
Mm-hmm.
across the plane. We have some hoofprints of the stag.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relatively slow way of making 4/4s.
Majestic
But it's-
Wing. Hello, Zoc. How you
Hi,
doing?
Zark. Yes,
Yeah.
Stray, like planeswalkers in Bloomborough, how they all get fairy forms.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have? Yeah, this is a nice flavorful card. It's not the best. It's probably, I think, one you would end up cutting if you were to buy this deck and upgrade it.
Yeah.
It's a nice flavorful elementally card.
Mm-hmm.
You feasibly could evoke it because it is a kindred enchantment with the elemental subtype.
Yep. I guess, yeah,
I don't
sure.
think you would, but you feasibly could.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the other aura I was talking about. That's a ramp spell.
Mm-hmm.
Fertile Ground. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color.
Artie's right. You shouldn't damage your cards like that.
No, Artie is right. Although someone should tell the people who make unsets.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Garrick's Uprising, an excellent staple.
I love
Can't
him.
Sort of be reprinted enough. It's a great card. It gives everything trample. It draws you a bunch of cards, especially in this deck when, oh look, it's an ETB trigger, and oh look, you're going to be casting lots of big stumpy boys.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect card for this. And finally, we have Descendant's Fury.
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
You heard Garrick and got excited. Oh, Artie.
Aww.
We love Garrick. He's great.
Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you can sacrifice one of them. Which, you know, with Ashley, you're going to be sacrificing at the end anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, reveal cards from the top until you reveal a creature with the same type, put it onto the battlefield. Okay, this is getting some extra value of your disposable elementals. It's also going to cheat you out expensive elementals for free. This is another great card for this deck. I love this.
I'm sorry, Zox just said, yeah, rip. Does have I just been spoiled for the end of Deep Space Nine that I'm about to watch tonight? Does Garrick die? Okay, okay. Sorry, I had a fear in me.
No, not a fear. I was like, didn't Garrick die a while ago when I was with you watching Deep Space Nine?
Garrick's alive!
No, he did that. He went mad, didn't he? for a while. That's
He
what
was
happened.
just having a bad time.
He was having a bad.
He was just having a bad time. I really hope Gul Dukat dies, though. He deserves to die.
That's who I was thinking.
Gul Dukat did also go crazy.
Oh.
So I literally only have the finale to watch. It's the double episode finale. So yeah, I'm watching that tonight. I'm very excited. What are you drawing now?
A little Star Trek-y ship. The USS Pen.
The USS
Red Marker Pen.
Enter Sideways. I don't know.
This is Enter Sideways.
Well, I was going with Enterprise, but then trying to make it silly. I don't know.
And that's all the cards in the deck.
That's all the cards in the deck. I guess we should take a quick little look at what the tokens look like.
Yes.
It's
So
the same
these
thing.
are not necessarily the specific tokens that come in this particular deck. These are just the tokens that these cards can make.
Look at him.
Plasticky Omnath Elemental. I really like this shapeshifter art. I think he's a very cute shapeshifter.
USS Enter Sideways. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Oh.
These are the elementals made by the big stag boy.
Yes.
These are going to be Avenger of Zendikar's plants.
Mm-hmm.
And we have here are the 4/4 elementals from Hoofbeats of the Spring. A lovely set. I do really like this changeling art. I will be excited to see what the actual Lorwyn tokens look like. I don't think any of these other than this one are them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes.
Deck number 1. Down.
Deck number 1, overall, I'm pretty pleased. It looks like they've put in the stuff that I want them to put in. Like, it's Ashling and a bunch of expensive elementals that you're going to cheat out and get 2 ETBs from.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be super strong? I don't know. It might be.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be. I think you are going to struggle to get the mana for Massive Mysteries as your alternate commander. There's ramp in here, but I didn't feel like we were drowning in ramp. There's some color fixing, so the colors probably won't be too much of an issue. But the actual base lands themselves are quite heavily biased towards green.
Yeah.
So maybe you might end up swamped by green color and not have enough of the different colors. But I'm not certain.
Yeah. Could
as
we
says, it looks silly enough.
have a little break before next deck?
I was just going to propose the same thing.
Because I really need to go to the bathroom.
That sounds like an excellent reason then.
Yes. Okay, yeah, so we'll be back soon to investigate Anti-Ool, the Curse Wretch. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, be back soon.
Yep.
Where is Discord? I can... thank you, Artie. You're amazing. I'll be back soon. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm okay with me. How's it going with you?
I'm doing alright. Had an alright break. Mother is on the warpath because somebody broke a Christmas ornament.
Oh, okay.
It's very sad.
Why are they still out? It's the 10th of January.
Because people haven't been into the shed to put all the boxes back in the shed yet.
Why was an ornament out of the box?
I don't know. I don't know if it was out of the box. It might have got broken in the box. I didn't.
Interesting.
I didn't ask. I just got out of there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Oh god, I got back just as an ad's about to start. That's great. Anyway, doesn't matter.
No.
Who cares? Right. Shall we move on? I'm in control now.
Yes, you are. Better beware.
No.
They've never seen the full unbridled power of a Shaka in control before.
I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, this is a deck. This is a deck. I don't know what to say. I'm not in control. It's 3 colors. It's black, red, and green. I don't know why I was about to say white, but it's not. What are these colors called, Dizzy?
This is the Jund color combination.
Jund. The spirits have taken me, yes. So, our commander for this deck is Anti-Ool, the Curse Wretch. I was about to call her the Curse Wench. I'm having...
She'd definitely curse you if you called her the Curse Wench.
Yeah, probably. She's a 4/4 Goblin Warlock with Ward, and her ward is Blight 2. Player puts 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature they control. And whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on any creature, you draw a card if you control that creature. If you don't control it, its controller loses 1 life. So, that's kind of fun. I like it.
Yeah. So this is going to be a deck all about the -1/-1s.
Yeah.
Blight is one of the new mechanics from Lorwyn Eclipsed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's putting -1 counters on a thing you control as a cost, which I think is a relatively new, unusual way to do -1 counters, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Our alternate commander, I'm gonna be asking you questions immediately about the Reaper King no more. So, question, is it 2 generic or 1 black? Or is it...
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
It's called 2-Brid mana.
A 2-Brid? So you could pay 6 if you wanted, for some reason. Yeah. Or you just pay a black, a red, and a green, or any combination of the wildness on casting this card, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting to have the 2-Brid mana here, because 2-Brid mana is normally a thing that... I say normally a thing, it's not shown up very often at all.
I have never seen it.
Tarkir Dragonstorm, and I think it's in like one other set, or maybe one other block before then. And the idea of it is it's a sort of a glue for limited play, so that you can bung cards into a sort of an off-color deck, or a deck where you're not really necessarily guaranteed to get all of the right colors for it. And so you have a way to play that even if you don't draw into the right colors. But in Commander, like where you blow and well hope you're going to have a black, a red, and a green, considering those are the colors that your deck is in.
Yeah.
I think it's a really odd choice. Like, I guess it means that if you wanted, you could have the Reaper as your commander and have only like green and red cards.
Yes.
Or green and black cards if you really wanted to, but I can't. It's an odd choice to my eyes.
Yeah, so he's a 3/3 Scarecrow, I guess. Sure. When he enters, you put a -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Do this only once each turn. Interesting.
Now that's a fun ability. So there's another card that is very like that. Hi, Anna.
Hello, Anna.
I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, so I'm going to go and look that up. But there's another card that gives you stuff when it dies, and it has -1 counters on it, or something like that.
Yes.
It has -1 counter synergy, and it brings back opponent's creatures to yours.
The CMC,
mana value.
Yeah.
Converted mana cost.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what all the letters stood for, but I knew what it meant. So this is a 6 like mana value then.
Yes, apparently.
Interesting. I would have never guessed. I mean, I wouldn't have had a clue what to say its mana cost was. It would have been 3 or 6. I couldn't have told you off the top of my head what it was, but it had to be only one of those 2.
So this is the boy I'm thinking of when I see that ability.
Oh, it's a Wither. Yeah, that's that. I was thinking of the -1/-1 counters. Let me return that card.
I don't actually know that he isn't in this deck. He might be in this deck.
It would not surprise me if he's in this deck. It is very cold outside, yes. But yeah, those are the 2 commander options.
So cold it has a W in it.
Yes. Right, then we have... These are all the same.
Pretty Forests. Are we going to have 8 again? No, only 6 this time.
Only 6. Well, there's 18 basic lands in this, so I'm guessing we have...
6?
No,
6.
no, we... No. We have 8 swamps, 4 mountains. Yeah. 8 swamps, 4 mountains, and 6 forests. Which are the same as the ones we've looked at before, so they are just nice and quick to have a wee look at. Okay. Next, our other lands. Got an exotic orchard.
Exotic orchards. Obviously, I like it in 3-color decks anyway, because there's a high chance that it'll overlap with at least one color an opponent has in Commander.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if you've got, is it okay if I bring out?
Yep, you do it. Yep.
If you've got a thefty effect,
Mm-hmm.
then Exotic Orchard can be really helpful because it can give you colors to activate your opponent's activated abilities that you might not otherwise be able to do, which I really like it for.
Mm-hmm. We have a path of ancestry, command tower. Okay, then we've got 3-color. It's Savage Lands.
Which was also in the other one.
I believe so, yes. Then we have Dragon Skull Summit. I'll put this on a new line. It's one of the ones that enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain.
Checklands. We love checklands. They're a pretty good cycle. I'm happy with those.
Golgari Rot Farm. Yep, it's one where it enters, you return a land, it bounces, you get 2 mana for it, so that's great. We've got another bounce land in red and black this time. Can you go where I tell you to go, please? That would be nice.
Evidently not.
Evidently not. That's fine. Right, then we've got kind of not the same thing, but like enters tapped unless a thing.
You know what this cycle's called?
The smoldering cycle. I don't know.
These are the tango lands, because it takes 2 to tango.
Okay. Right. I see. Sure. Right, then we've got Woodland Cemetery, enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a forest. So, same thing as the first one. We've got another bounce land. It's Gruel Turf. And we've got some cycling. I'm not putting in these in correct orders. I'm just like, this one's 2, this one gives you 2 mana. Like, I'm not a disorganized too because I don't know the cycles of the lands. But anyway, it's fine. You can rage on the inside. It's fine.
I promise I'm not raging.
We've got a sheltered thicket. The taps for red or green. You can cycle it if you want.
Can I interject with a fun fact?
Sure.
So, the cycle lands here, and the tango lands. No, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Lands. So these are 2 more of the. These are the 2 cycles, or 2 of these cycles that famously were incomplete. They didn't have all of the cards for them printed. Like all the possible cards. So like this is a red and a green one, and it sort of implies that you could have all of the 2-color combos.
Yes.
But they never made all of the 2-color combos.
Why?
I don't know why is the honest answer. I don't know which sets they originated from. It's possible that they might have started out in like Commander decks, and so they only made the ones for those colors, perhaps. It's also possible that they might have been printed originally in like a set that was themed around either the ally color pairs or the enemy color pairs. And so the allies are the colors that are next to each other in the wheel, and the enemies are the colors that are not next to each other in the wheel. And so if they might have printed like half of the possible cards for the ally pairs. And then not ever gotten around to printing the other half for the enemy color pairs, or vice versa. I actually don't know the history. But the point being that not this deck, but I looked it up while I was away. The other deck, the Elemental deck, that is continuing their trend of saying they're going to try and finish off these cycles. And the two lands that were in here, I'll see if I can grab them out real quick. So this one, which is Sodden Verdure, and this one, which is Rain-Slicked Copse, which I think were noteworthy for being like the two color lands in this deck that are like 2 fixed colors. That's because these are the 2 new ones that they're adding from those incomplete cycles. So we've got an extra new cycling land that we've never seen before, and an extra new tango land that we've never seen before. Also, this one's really pretty. I didn't say it at the time, but look, it's really pretty.
It is very pretty. I would just like to draw your attention to, if you like at a certain angle with the USS enter sideways.
It's just a little man.
He's a little man. He has a giant head which is weighing him down, and he has no arms.
I was thinking he's at his desk, he's got really bad posture. He's like really hunched over.
No. His feet are on the ground. His feet are on the ground. His head is like falling over, and he has no arms.
That's an excellent spot.
I like glanced over while you were getting like the cards out, and I was like, and then I like slightly turned to the side. I was like,
So he's that one specific trans woman from Glasgow.
What?
Did I not?
Oh yes. Yes, you did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Lands, I guess.
Lands, yes.
I should fucking write, because these are okay. These should be over here, because this is the same. Why aren't they in an order together? I disagree, because this is.
That's my fault.
Oh, okay.
I put them together.
I've decided it's not. Who cares? It's got a dinosaur in the background. Dizzy's very excited.
I love how I just gasped and you knew already.
Well, I was about to mention that there's a dinosaur, and then you were like, and I was like, okay, Dizzy has noticed the dinosaur. They're excited. Yes. It enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. Go on. Sure. Okay, and then we have another cycle boy, which will go over here. Put this one in the middle. Because it's different to these. My organizational skills leave something to be desired. But yeah, this one has for...
Make us desirous.
You are rude. Then we have a Cinderglade, which 2 or more basic lands thing. We've got a Festering Thicket for all our thickets and our sloughs, our sloughs. I don't know what way you pronounce that. Who knows? It's a swamp forest. I don't know how to make lands more exciting.
You probably can't.
This is a vernal fen.
I get excited over specifically the Tango lands because they're an incomplete cycle. The cycling lands are also an incomplete cycle, but I don't like them that much. But it's a very specific thing.
Sure. This is an interesting thing. It's going to go on its own little row. It taps for colorless, or you can tap, pay 1 life to add black. Dizzy hates that.
I don't mind it. You can also tap for colorless for free.
That's fair. Or you can pay 2 and 2 black to tap it, sacrifice a desert, doesn't have to be this desert, could be, and put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature and opponent controls. So that's interesting.
A little synergistic land. I would guess this probably is the only desert in this deck, so it probably will have to be this one. But
probably, one would imagine.
It's fun that it's fun that it's nice that it works on its own. You don't have to have another desert.
Yeah. And we have Nesting Grounds.
Ooh.
It taps for colorless, or you can pay 1, tap it, and move a counter from target permanent you control onto a second target permanent. Oh, I like this. I personally like this. Just for I need more cards that move or remove counters for my saga creatures from Final Fantasy. I am obsessed with them.
In your unit deck?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I will have to go and look. Yeah, because otherwise I'll forget about it. Let me go have a quick check.
Zark says it came in that precon, so it probably is in your unit deck list then.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, but I made the unit deck list from scratch, basically. I did not make it. That was not an upgraded precon. That was just making it from scratch. Yes. Let me go have a quick investigate. Dex. What's it called? Sorry.
Counter Blitz.
The land.
Oh, the land. Never
No, it is not in here. It is not in my unit deck. Interesting. Yes, no, it is not. It is not in my unit deck, but it is obviously in the Precon that I do own. But that's fine. I will sort that out. We've got Riveteer's Overlook. When it enters, you sacrifice it, and when you do, you search your library for a basic swamp, mountain, or forest. Put it onto battlefield tapped, then shuffled, and you gain 1 life. Nice.
Yeah.
It's fine. Evolving Wilds. This is a cool picture. Cool art. I like this art. I think it's really cool. We've got the what's...
What is this new art?
Oh, what's the dark... Yeah, I mean, like, so what's the dark place called again?
Shadowmoor is the dark side.
Yeah, like this looks like it fits quite well with Lorwyn Eclipsed. So
yeah.
And then we have
looks like, yes, this is new art for this.
It's really cool. Yeah. I like it. And then we have a Terramorphic Expanse. You tap it, you sack it, you search for basic land. And that's all the lands.
So they often put these fetch lands into the precons.
Mm-hmm.
I will confess that I'm not a huge fan of these, except in decks that really like want them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they get a lot of play in like the really high tiers of play. Well, not these ones, but the fetches that can fetch for a mountain or a swamp or something. Like those ones get a lot of play in the higher tiers of play. But I just think they're a very slow way of getting out a land, and it only gets you a basic. So at the end of the day, it will only tap for 1 mana.
Yeah.
And they're effectively a land that comes in tap. So unless they're a land that comes in tap for 1 color, which is not really that wonderful when they don't do anything else. Like they thin your deck, but you know most precons aren't built to take advantage of having a thinned deck, especially not thinned by 1 card.
Yeah.
But they are staples of their own. I assume some people really like them. I think it's fine for precons to have cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're a common one in precons, so I don't really mind them. The cycling lands are also common in precons.
Okay, they're going away now.
In organized fashion.
Yeah, unlike all the other stuff, they did not go in, or they're like, well, I suppose they started off organized because I was putting them into piles anyway. Next we have Planeswalkers. There's 2 of them.
There weren't any in the other deck.
No, so we have a Braska, Betrayal Sting, which is hard to read the word betrayal with the art, honestly.
Yes.
It costs 4 generic, a black, and a Phyrexian mana, which can be paid with black or 2 life. If life was paid, this Planeswalker managed with 2 fewer loyalty counters. Interesting. Its 0 cost is you draw a card and lose 1 life, and then you proliferate.
Yes, so it's a de facto +1. Because obviously you'll proliferate another counter onto it.
Yes. I like this.
We do like to proliferate.
I like proliferate. Its -2 ability is you target creature becomes a treasure artifact with tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and loses all other card types and abilities. See, I would have rathered if you turned Bello into a treasure. Because then I could use him and then get rid of him straight away. Instead, he was a 2/2 Cyberman. So stupid. And then her -9 ability is if target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the difference.
Yeah, so basically load somebody up until they're 1 poison counter away from death.
Yeah.
Is her ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like Vraska. I have a -1/-1 counters deck. I think I was saying this off stream. Headed by Masker Girl Known Killer. And that I think has both of these planeswalkers in it. It might have a different Liliana. It certainly has a Liliana,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's this one. So yeah, I like Vraska. I can't imagine ever casting her for her completed cost,
Uh-huh.
but what do I know?
Um. So yeah, it's like if you pay life instead, yeah, you wouldn't get the thing. That's fine though. Yeah, then we have Liliana Death Wielder, who costs 5 and 2 black.
She's a spenny lady.
She's a spinny lady. Her +2 ability is put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Which, you know, works well with this. Her -3 ability is destroy target creature with -1/-1 counter on. So you set a thing up and then you get rid of it next turn. Or -10 ability is return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid. In practice, with most Planeswalkers, like, if you can't ult them when they come in, you probably aren't ever going to ult them.
No.
She feels unusually far away from being able to ultimate her. You need to +2 her 3 times
Yeah.
to get her ultimate off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, her other 2 abilities are perfectly serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Success is one you would cut. I think I might actually have cut her in the end from my Massacre Girl list. I'm not certain because 7 mana for what is like you're going to pay 7 mana for her. You're going to +2 her to put a -1 counter on something, or you're going to -3 her to destroy something that you've already set up.
Yeah.
And then she's going to die before your next turn.
Probably, yes.
That is the sad fact of Planeswalker life in Commander.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 mana for those is not a wonderful rate of return.
No. But yeah,
Vraska is much better because you get the proliferate. You can potentially splurge out loads of -1 counters if you're set up for
yeah,
it.
exactly. You know, like, sure, like, it'll take 3 with the proliferate to get her up to her own 1, like, for the ult, but, like, you know,
yeah,
you're proliferating everything else as well, so.
Yes.
Creature time! Okay.
Got only 26 creatures, not including the 2 commandees. So much smaller stack.
We have Ignoble Hierarch, who is a 0/1 Goblin Shaman with Exalted. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and is a mana dork for all of the colors in this deck. Not all of the colors completely. Obviously, there's only 3. There's 5 colors, and the cards are so pretty. Oh my god!
Because they want people to buy them.
They want people to buy them. I like started explaining, and then suddenly I see the words I thought you just had the hots for Lightning McQueen. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
Yeah, I think Ignoble Hierarch is a pretty good mana dork.
Yeah,
it's not exactly a better Llanowar Elves because Llanowar Elves is a 1/1 instead of a 0/1. But like, I think in practice it's more useful than Llanowar Elves.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Right, next we have a Devoted Druid. It's a 0/2. It's a mana dork for green, and you put if you put a -1/-1 counter on this creature, you can untap it. Sure.
This is a, I think, I don't know if this is a desired reprint. I don't know if it's a particularly rare card, but it's certainly a card that a lot of people like because its -1 counter ability to untap it can like set you up for all sorts of weird infinite combos. Because you can just like tap and untap it, quote unquote, for free if you can deal with the -1 counters. Else can they go to -1? They're allowed to go to negative power, but if your toughness ever reaches 0 or less, then you die.
Yeah, so the 2
you could only do
on
this
this
twice, and then it would kill it.
Yeah.
And in fact, actually, if you did it the second time, it would die before you even got to use its other ability.
Yeah.
But in practice, if you're doing weird combo shenanigans with this, you're going to be removing those counters.
Yeah.
And if not, then it's just a one-time handy bonus. Oh, you can get an extra mana out of it one turn.
Yeah. Yeah. for sure. I mean, like, if it came out and then, like, you had your hierarch as well, and, like, you only attacked with the druid, then I guess it'd get a +1/+1 counter, and then you could, you keep it around for longer, get more +1 counters on it somehow, and keep it around for a bit longer.
Yes.
Right, next we have Channeler Initiate. It's 3/4 for green and 1. And when it enters, you put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. You can tap it to remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature and add 1 mana of any color.
Yep, so this is a nice setup with Devoted Druid.
Yep.
You can tap Devoted Druid, you can untap it for a counter, tap it again, tap this, remove the counter.
Mm-hmm. When it says tap, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature, is that from Channeler Initiate?
Oh, sorry, you're correct. It does say from this creature.
Or no, but is that from Channel Initiate or is it from the target creature?
No, it is from Channel Initiate.
Okay.
I was
interesting.
I got excited and ahead of myself, and I was wrong.
That's okay. It would have been fun if it was the way you thought it was.
So this is a limited use mana door.
Yeah.
Like, it ends up being a 3/4 for 2, which isn't terrible. And in practice, you've got 3 uses out of it, because you're going to put those counters on itself.
Yes.
When it enters. Like, it has to be something you control, so it's going to be itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a 3-use mana door, and that'll get you through, like, most of the game. Oh my god, there's a heron flying past out the window.
A heron?
I think so. Big wide birds with a long face. I didn't get a good look at him because he's in silhouette because it's all dark.
When I said a heron, the closed caption thought I said Aaron.
Yes, you, Aaron.
Me, Aaron.
Like me, your favorite Chaka.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so you'll get a couple uses out of it, I guess. Then we have Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. It's a 2/2 for black and green. And whenever Hapatra deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put 1 or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, you create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch.
Yep.
I find it really interesting that it's the Vizier of Poisons. And has nothing to do with poison counters.
So the flavor is always that, like, -1 counters are sort of the manifestation on the board of what poison counters are to players, which is why Infect gives -1 counters to creatures or poison counters to players.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I assume the poison is more directly supposed to be the Death Touch on the snakes.
Oh, I agree. I absolutely agree. I'm just like, the thing is, like, with Vraska, like, you're 1 poison counter away from killing someone.
Yes.
And, like, are we ever going to get the other 1 poison counter? I don't know.
Well, if you can proliferate on your next
turn.
Yeah,
I guess that's true. I mean, I don't know that she'll last to proliferate, but I mean, I guess. But yeah, he's pretty good for a 2.
Poisons is a very specific thing to have a whole Vizier for.
Maybe you have so many enemies that you just need to plan how you're gonna poison them, so you need to have a Vizier of Poisons.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, actually, sorry, I was saying it's Hapatra's a woman. Her subtle smile is suffused with venom. She's scary.
Literally, question mark?
Yes. Mm-hmm. She got venom in her smile. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Here's the oft-nabbed goat. What?
So I believe this is a new card.
Okay.
Yes, this is a new card. I think it's related to the fact that there's at least one, possibly a few other cards from both old Lorwyn and this Lorwyn that are about stealing goats.
Right. Well, this one is an oft-nabbed goat.
This is the goat that gets stolen.
Yes. It's a 0/5 for 1 and a black. You can pay 1 to draw a card. Gain control of this creature. Oh! What? So someone else could pay 1?
Yes.
Someone else could pay 1, draw a card, gain control of this creature, and put a -1/-1 counter on it. Only your opponents may activate this ability, and only as a sorcery. So you couldn't even... But you could activate it when someone else has it, right? Yeah. Okay. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more -1/-1 counters on it, its owner draws that many cards, and each other player loses that much life. Okay, so you want to get it back when it's about to die.
It's owner. So you'll
it's
always
owner.
get the
Okay.
last draw. But yes, it's an interesting little black group huggy spin, which I don't hate.
Yeah, because you're always its owner, right? Whether an opponent has it or not.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Anna is right. That is an angry girl. I've just noticed it has a mace in its mouth.
Yes, it has a mace. It's got a spiky bone necklace. Its horns are wild, but also like decorated with thorny flowers. Yeah. It is a morning star. It is a morning star. You are right. Also, it's got like a weird like spiky chokery thing as well.
Yeah.
He's scary. I would not want to nab this. These are all on it to protect it from being nabbed.
Presumably.
One would think.
Or maybe everybody who nabs it like gives it a little addition.
Maybe.
Like the little robot boy that went on a hitchhiking tour around the country, and then they took it to I can't remember what it was. A little robot that just like had little signs like "Pick me up, take me to a place, take a picture with me," and people did it. And then they took it to I think the UK, and it got like smashed up and left in a ditch.
Oh dear Lord. Okay. Well, next up we have
It was Pennsylvania apparently. My apologies.
Sinister Gnarlbark. Who's a 0/4 for 2 and a black. He's a tree folk warlock. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card and blight 1. You put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Okay, yeah.
That's pretty nice, honestly. Yep. If you're in a deck that likes that kind of thing, which we are. This is another new one for this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for people on my camera who just watch me accidentally hit the home button and spin all the way back round. Oh
yeah, I've done that. Oh, you've added more over here. I see. Sinister Gnarls Barkley. Yes, exactly. It is Sinister Gnarls Barkley. It was a flail. Okay, I also thought it was a morning star, but apparently no. I don't know the difference between a mace, a morning star, and a flail. Clearly.
Yeah, you recognized the specific one I was going for. I wasn't
sure
I haven't
was good enough
to make it recognizable.
I haven't seen Discovery yet, so I wouldn't know. So I'm glad you've got one that's actually recognizable. Other than just sad man falling over the USS enter sideways.
It's the only Star Trek ship class that like I can visualize how it is distinct from the generic Star Trek ship design.
Mm-hmm.
Because like all other Star Trek ships to me look like the USS Enter Sideways, even though they don't all actually look like that. Like in my head, when I try and think of one, I just think of that or Discovery.
Okay, if a flail is on a chain and a morning star is on a stick, then what's the difference between a morning star and a mace?
I think a mace doesn't have the spiky ball head; it has a different head.
Okay. But yes, this
is the Noah here, so.
This is Sinister Gnarls Barkley. So we'll move on to Glissa Sunslayer. There's a 3/3 for 1 black and a green. It's a Phyrexian zombie elf. That's a wild combination. It's got first strike and death touch, which seems excessive to me.
First Strike and Death Touch is a combination they almost never put on cards because it's sort of de facto means that it kills anything that blocks it and normally doesn't die in return.
Yeah. Well, when it deals combat damage to a player, you choose one, you draw a card and lose 1 life, destroy target enchantments, or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
That is very nice.
Um,
And she's going to be connecting a lot more often than other things that have like a combat damage proc, because you're incentivized to let her through.
she does have a nice dress. It is true. Okay, then we have Evolution Sage. 3/2 for 2 and a green elf druid with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, proliferate. I like proliferating. It's fun.
If there's a decent number of landfall triggers in this, then I can forgive the fetch lands, because they do work really well with landfall.
Yeah, that's very true. Next up we have Dusk Urchins. It's a 4/3 oof. An oof? Is that how I'm pronouncing that?
That is how I would pronounce it.
Okay, for 2 and a black. What the fuck is an oof?
It's one of those.
Sure.
I'll go and look up oofs for you.
Please do. Please do. I want to know what an actual description of an oof is. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, you put a -1/-1 counter on it, and whenever this creature dies, you draw a card for each -1/-1 counter on it.
Okay, an oof is a chat member. It says oof is a creature type species used for cards that depict annoying little humanoids.
Chat's not annoying.
I know they're not. I love you, chat.
I'm
being
rude.
very mean. They often collect treasures or like tinkering with artifacts.
Okay.
Apparently. Chat is the real treasures, of course.
Anna has suggested another pronunciation for it. An oofy.
Oofy. Oh.
Or a eufy, even.
There isn't a pronunciation guide.
Oh, well, I'm going with oof.
Trivia says oof, or possibly oofy, is an old Germanic word, possibly Old English or Icelandic, meaning elf child or one left by the fairies.
Oh, interesting. Next up, we have a Necroskitter. It's a 1/4 elemental for 1 and 2 black.
Oh, this is the boy we saw earlier. He's got different art though.
Yes.
Oh, he must have new art.
Oh. You've been denied? What do you mean you've been denied? Oh, by my pronunciation. He has Wither. He deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters, and whenever a creature an opponent controls with -1/-1 counters on it dies, you may return that card to the battlefield under your control. Yeah, this is the one you brought up. But yes, new art. Exciting. Oh, Artie's not forgiving you, but capping. Next up we have the Dread Tiller. This is a wild thing. I love how this is a scarecrow and this is a scarecrow.
Yes, they have very scary scarecrows in Magic. This is another new card for Lorwyn Eclipsed.
Oh, interesting. Well, it's a 2/4 scarecrow for 1 a black and a green. And whenever it enters, you put a -1/-1 counter on target creatures. Or target creature, even. Whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put a land card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield tab. Yeah, it's a thing. Anything to say, Dizzy?
I like just having an enters -1 counter ability. Like in practice, 1 -1 counter normally doesn't do a lot. You're going to need a decent amount of like proliferate to make it do stuff. We've already seen a bit of proliferate.
Yeah, we have a couple.
Yeah. Obviously this one is like it's a ramp ability as well, which you might get loads of procs off, but in practice you're gonna empty your hand of lands very quickly. It doesn't look like we've seen many ways of self-mill to get lands into graveyard. That's not really what the deck is about. But you might get a couple of lands out of it over the course of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose you have the fetch lands, like, so you could get them, and then get other ones. I don't... Is there an Egyptian called Daniel? I'm confused about the Egyptian sailing past.
We're sitting in denial. Denial. The Nile.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, moving on. This is this is the skin render.
Is a Xenomorph.
No, it's a Phyrexian zombie. It's 3/3 Phyrexian zombie for 2 and 2 black. Whenever you enter, you put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature.
Oh,
Sure.
This could kill a creature. Only a smaller creature, but it could definitely kill a nice synergy piece on entry, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
I like this as an enters effect.
It is just a xenomorph, though. Yeah, you're right. It is literally a xenomorph. Like, when was this card made? Like, was this card made after Alien? Because if it was, then this is just like...
I don't remember when Alien came out, but I'm
okay,
pretty
you
sure
find
all
out.
of Magic is younger than Alien. Alien is 1979. Yeah. Oh, Magic
Okay.
started in 93, so yes.
Magic started in 93. I was sure Magic was older than that, but clearly I'm incredibly wrong.
I thought it was 93 because they did their 30th anniversary, but I don't think they've done a 40th.
Okay, when Magic the Gathering start? Yeah, 1993.
Yay! I remember things.
Okay, well, Magic the Gathering, August 5th, 1993.
Oh, almost exactly 2 years older than me then, because my official birthday is sometime in August.
Yes, that your official birthday is sometime in August. Yes. Yeah, that's just a xenomorph. Anyway, then we have Soul Snuffers. You are older than Magic. Congrats.
I think.
This is a 3/3 elemental shaman for 2 and 2 black. When it enters, you put a -1/-1 counter on each creature. Every creature that there is.
Oh,
cool.
That'll be extra good when you're proliferating later. Like, obviously you're hitting all of your own stuff. But
Yeah.
with Anti-All, you probably don't mind.
No.
Because that's 1 draw for each creature.
Yeah. So yeah, that's quite cool. I like that.
That's fun. Yeah. Is that a new card for this? Oh, there's not a new card for this. Why is this card not in my? Why is this not in my Massacre Girl deck?
No idea. It should be for sure. Next up, we have a big butt boy. This is a Tree of Perdition. It's a 0/13 plant for 3 and a black with Defender, and you can tap it to exchange target opponent's life total with this creature's toughness.
That's
Interesting.
Really fun in this deck. I guess the goal is to load this up with -1 counters.
Get it down real low and then tap it.
Yeah, especially if you have an instant speed way of putting a -1 counter on it, because then you can get it down to 1 toughness.
Yeah.
Tap it, put an additional -1 counter on it, so it dies.
Yeah.
And the game will remember that its toughness when it died was 0, so it'll swap. Oh no, because you can't exchange something if it's not in the field. Ignore me. I'm getting
It has to be 1. It has to be 1.
Yes, but you can still get an opponent down to 1,
Which yeah, that's great. It looks like Medusa. It's a tree Dusa, for sure. It's got lots of. I can't think of the word I want to use. Anyway.
Branches?
No, I meant a descriptor word for the branches. I know what branches are.
Curls?
No, I don't know what I wanted.
Wiggly, squiggly, wiry?
Maybe some combination of all those. I don't know.
There's no need to be disheartened.
I'm not disheartened. I'm just confused. Here is a wicker bow elder.
Possibly
Is
a wicker boff elder.
possibly he's a 4/4 tree folk shaman for 3 and a green. He enters with a -1/-1 counter on it, and you can pay a green and remove a -1/-1 counter from him to destroy target artifact or enchantment.
It's nice to have a -1 counter removal outlet in this deck.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to go really well with anything that's blighting you or putting on -1 counters as a cost.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to blow up a whole bunch of opponent's stuff into the bargain, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
It's my girl.
It's Massacre Girl. Here she is. Does she go on this row? She
Hi.
does. This Massacre
She's
Girl.
a menace.
She is she's a 4/4 human assassin for 2 and 2 black with menace. She's not a menace.
It just says there, menace. She's a menace.
No, she has menace. Okay, right, okay. So you say, oh, it says menace, she's a menace.
Uh-huh.
Where the fuck is anything that has anything?
There's like no other keywords on the board right now. Ask me if definition is independent.
Does Glissa Sunslayer is she first strike? Is she death touch, or does she have those things?
Okay, she probably has those things.
Exactly.
If you ever played against a Massacre Girl deck or played with a Massacre Girl deck, you know she is a menace.
Okay, I
also,
have
I'm fairly sure
played against it, and I don't like it.
I think there's a scene in the lore where like an angel brings her into a meeting where they're trying to solve a murder, and she brings in Massacre Girl like on a leash.
Okay, what the fuck?
It's a thing. Like,
oh my god!
it's a thing that the people who've read that are quite interested in. At least.
To be fair, her flavor.
That particular piece of lore, I've only heard of it secondhand.
To be fair, her flavor text is, "Did I do it?" You'll have to be more specific, like. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, so creatures you control have Wither. They deal damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters, and whenever a creature an opponent controlled dies, if its toughness was less than 1, you draw a card.
Yep, she's great. She's a really lovely draw engine in a deck that's... it's a very specific draw engine, but she's a really lovely draw engine if the deck is designed to deal with it. I do sometimes wonder if I really should have made her just like a really go wide deck, because just having a bunch of chump tokens that like people are loath to block, because every time they block or get blocked, they lose power and toughness. Like, yeah, giving everything with her is a good way to be blocked less.
Yeah, for sure. I can see why there's more swamps already. We've got more black going on. Right, on to the next row of cards. We have Puppeteer Click. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I don't know.
I always say clique.
Okay. It's a 3/2 fairy wizard for 3 and 2 black. It's got flying. And when this creature enters, put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains haste, and at the beginning of your next end step, you exile it. It has persist. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/- counters.
Yes. So if you can spend your -1 counters, I think so far most things have only spent -1 counters on themselves.
I think so, yes.
Which is a little bit of a shame, but I guess that's to try and rein in the power, because they use -1 counters as a
There's been a couple that's like put counters on target creature, I guess, like the Xenomorph.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because obviously the thing with persist is if you can either put a +1 counter on this, which will negate the -1 counter, or if you can just remove the -1 counter with something like Nesting Ground,
yes,
then this will come back indefinitely.
Okay, next up we have the Scorpion God.
That sure does look like a god who's a scorpion.
It's a 6/5 god for 3, a black, and a red. Whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, draw a card, and you can pay 1, a black, and a red to put a -1 counter on another target creature. When he dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. He doesn't go away.
Yeah, he doesn't go away. So all of the gods, pretty much from different sets, tends to have ways of making themselves not go away. He looks pretty good. Like, he's a repeatable way of putting -1 counters on things. It'll be a bit slow to actually kill anything at 3 mana per counter, but they don't go away. They stay around.
Yeah.
He's got a decent draw engine on him. He's tough and tanky for 5 mana at 6/5, and he doesn't go away. Like, I want him as a commander, honestly.
It's one step up the pyramid from Dwayne Johnson.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And then we have
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Dwayne Johnson or the Scorpion King, the Scorpion God Penguin?
evil bastard man. Then we have Colorath Knight, which is a 3/3 elemental knight for 3 and either 2 black, 2 red, or a black and a red. It's got flying, it's got wither, it's got creatures your opponents control with counters on them can't attack or block.
Oh, wow. That's a really harsh lockdown.
That is nasty.
Oh.
That is a really nasty.
Yeah. Say goodbye to your Una deck.
Yeah. Anyone playing, if anyone's like, I'm gonna bring the anti-Ul Precon, I'm like, well, I'm not playing with Una, just in case this fucking card comes out, like.
Yeah.
That is nasty.
I wonder if you could make it. So this is an uncommon. I wonder if you could make a fun PDH deck with him as commander. I've never played PDH. I don't really know what it's about, but And it says, does that work against the auto block thing? What is the auto block thing?
Yeah. I'm unsure what the auto block thing is.
Yeah, it's feeling more like there's a lot of good reasons for me to take my Massacre Girl deck list and just sort of shunt it sideways into Rakdos for Scorpion Gods. I also get Kulrath Knight into the bargain, like that's great.
I will never want to play against your Masco Girl deck if it has Colorath Knight in it.
Although, there are plans in the works. So the Commander format panel, I don't know if other people are aware of this. The Commander format panel has proposed that they might change the rules for color identity in Magic so that hybrid mana symbols count as either color instead of both colors, which I think is a terrible idea. Pretty much everybody thinks it's a terrible idea, which means they're almost certainly going to do it because they wouldn't float something that was an obviously terrible idea and then not do it. But if they do make that change, this can go in my Massacre Girl deck. Because the hybrid pips will count as just black pips.
Yes. Next up, we have the Village Pillagers. It's a 5/5 Goblin Warrior. I will say that they are a 5/5 Goblin Warriors. So there's more of them. For 3 and 2 red with Wither. When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. That's not many, but sure. And
remember
whenever
that's with Wither though.
I guess, yeah, that's with Wither already. Okay, yeah, because it deals any damage. Okay. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a counter on it dies, you create a tapped treasure token. Okay.
Yep.
That's nice.
So this is another one of the new boys for this deck. I'm quite liking it.
I like this.
It's
yeah.
nice to see Wither and similar synergies in red.
Yeah, I like this. I think it's fun.
Counter hate in red as well.
I don't think it's nice to see counter hit anywhere. I think we should just love counters. Counters are great. We should love loyalty counters, and we should love +1/+1 counters. They're great. They're the best.
And lore counters?
And lore counters, yes. Those are the ones. I forgot about those ones. Those are probably the ones I meant when I said loyalty counters, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Although I'm sure you could make an absolutely beastly Super Friends deck. Super Friends is like a heavy Planeswalker deck.
Okay. So yeah, counters. I love them, and they're very stable and great for prepping food. Yes, they are. What is wrong with you all? Anyway, here is the Archfiend of Ifnir, who is a 5/4 demon for 3 and 2 black, with flying, and whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponents control. Cool.
Now, he's an interesting boy, because I don't think I've seen a single discard card.
And
I think I've only seen lands with cycling.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a 5/4 flyer, which is a you'll hit opponents with them and it'll hurt. But I don't know that you're going to get that proc many times.
I find it interesting that he is cycling.
Yes.
Like, what's
but
the point in
he
that?
doesn't give the effect when he cycles.
No, that's what I'm saying. What's the point in that? Like, you don't get his whenever you cycle effect from his cycling.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
He's a card that I considered for Massacre Girl and never put in because I didn't have enough ways to discard.
That's very fair.
Maybe he'd be good in a Scorpion God deck because a lot of red card drawers like discard and draw. That's all I got though.
Okay. Next up, we'll go over here. We have Grave Titan. It's a 6/6 giant for 4 and 2 black with Death Touch. And whenever this creature enters or attacks, create 2/2. Create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Why did it say the word number 2 so many times? He's nice. He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Death in form and function, apparently. Also, like, he just has people crawling out of him.
Card. He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Dead people, presumably.
Well, not anymore.
I guess, yeah. They're being remade as zombies. They're just falling out from him. Yeah, he's gross. But fun.
He's part of a well-known cycle of, like... I think they're all 6 cost with 2 colored pips giants. I'm not sure if they're all 6/6s. I think they all have 1 keyword and an ability that triggers on enter or attack. And he's a well-known one and a pretty good one. I think there's Primeval Titan is the green one, and that's banned. And then the red one is also one I've met, but I couldn't tell you what it does. And then Sun Titan is the white one. That was in the reanimation Final Fantasy Precon, the Final Fantasy 6 Precon that brings back a 3/3,
yes,
or a 3 or less power or possibly mana cost from your graveyard. And there presumably is also a blue one.
I know literally nothing lore-wise, realistically, to have a favorite commander or planeswalker lore-wise. Like,
you know a little bit about the lore of Camellia, right?
I mean, yes, but what I'm saying is, like, I know enough. I know a little bit about Bloomburrow and about 2 specific people, I guess. But I don't think that's enough lore-wise to have a favorite based on lore. You know what I mean? Because it's de facto. So. But no, I mean, I just, like, I honestly, I just love Una. She's great. Like, and she's not within the Magic universe. So, you know, that doesn't really count, I don't think, either. So.
Yeah, Final Fantasy lore is lore.
Yeah, the universe. And
there's so much good lore out there for different characters. It's really hard to pick a favorite. Like, maybe if I'd read all the stories that had her, Massacre Girl might be my favorite.
Because you like murder?
Well,
she's a known killer.
She is a known killer, it's true. But, like, I'm sure she's done nothing wrong, really.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Repeat that sentence.
I'm sure she's done nothing wrong.
No. From the start, she is a known killer.
She is a known killer, but I'm sure she's done nothing wrong, really.
Right. Right. Okay. There's problems here. There's. Secret drops are just a card art execution of the card and home universe lore. That's very fair. Yes. Right. Next we have a Midnight Banshee. That's this. I feel.
Midnight Banshee.
I feel like this is like two Irish reference. Like, this is Ashling. This is the way we spell Ashling in Irish. Like, instead of Ashlyn or anything like that. This is, and then we have Banshees. Which are
Banshees particularly Irish?
I'm pretty sure Banshees are an Irish thing. Yes.
I've sort of only ever encountered them as like a generic component of folklore.
Yes.
Aren't the banshees in Hades?
Well, a banshee
they're not Irish, but
a banshee is a female spirit in Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member. So
you do know things. You know many things that I don't know.
Not about magic. I am a Skong streamer. Yes, I would consider myself a Skong streamer. Yes. I haven't. I probably like. I don't know when I'll next be streaming Skong because we did a lot of it.
you have in fact finished the game entirely.
Yes, I mean I have done 3 full playthroughs of the game, and I have every single achievement because I am a tryhard in anything to do with Hollow Knight.
I know when you're going to be playing the game next. It's going to be when the Zoatboat DLC drops.
But what if I go crazy beforehand and we do something else?
Midnight Banshee is a fun card.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'll get back on track, I guess. It's a 5/5 spirit that costs 3 and 3 black. It has Wither, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a -1/-1 counter on each non-black creature.
I wonder how many non-black creatures are going to be in this deck. So far, we don't have too many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which isn't too bad.
No.
Obviously, the more non-blacks you have in your own... That sounded bad. The more non-black creatures you have in your own deck... Yeah, sorry. Apologies for that. In your own deck, the more likely this is going to be sort of a shooting yourself in your own foot. Although, actually, I say that, but aren't your likes you putting -1 counters on your own thing?
Yeah. Bye-bye, penguin.
Bye!
Okay, next we have... a boy.
Carnifex.
Yes, it's a
Warhammer Inquisitor's worst nightmare.
It's, I guess I don't know I don't know enough about Warhammer. I was once given a PowerPoint presentation on the lore of Warhammer. Do not ask me anything about it because I don't remember because I have a terrible memory. I'm so sorry, Dizzy.
You don't have to be. It just means I get to give you the presentation again.
Right, okay. do we have to like do that annually or something? Like, so this is the annual Warhammer presentation, like
when's our anniversary? We can do it like once a year for our anniversary.
Yeah, okay, right. So I'll expect that in May. That's great. Right, it's a 6/6 Phyrexian demon for 4 and 2 black. It's got flying. It enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay black and remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature to put a -1/-1 counter on each other creature, which I think is fun.
Each other creature.
Each other creature. Yeah. Also, he's quite horrifying looking. Next, we're a big cost. This is Ferafor Young Yu, who is a 4/7 tree folk druid for 6 and a green. Whenever it enters, you create a number of 1/1 green sapling creature tokens equal to the number of counters among creatures target player controls.
That's
Interesting.
An interesting little effect. I like that.
Yes. You can also tap it to double the number of each kind of counter on target creature. That's
a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very green effect. Obviously, he's a 7 cost, so you're gonna be paying a strong rate to get that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do it once every turn.
Yes.
Once every turn cycle. Which is potentially terrifying in not very many turns. This is a card that will end games, but he's a 7 mana, so he really should end games. I keep accidentally hitting the space bar when I'm trying to blow up cards with ult. It's quite annoying. He's a new card for this deck.
Oh, I like him. I think he's fun. I like him a lot.
I like the pose.
Yes, for sure.
Like all the little Kermit the Frogs. Sort of
I didn't even notice them. Honestly, I just saw his hands being all like, But yeah,
I
this is
assume
cool.
there's the saplings that he's making.
I guess, yes. Guess he's like, yeah, he's summoning them up. And then our last creature, we have the Grim Poppet, which is a 4/4 scarecrow for 7. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a -1/-1 counter from it and put a -1/-1 counter on another target creature. I guess.
I like this. This is going to have some great combo potential, I would have thought, in a deck like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to put a counter on him as a cost for something. You're going to draw a card from Auntie Ul.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to move that counter over to something else. It might be something of yours. You're going to draw another card from Auntie Ul. You're then going to spend that -1 counter to, for example, untap your mana dork. So you get an extra mana.
I think it's acid, not alcohol, that he's got. Based on the flavor text.
Maybe it's like fertilizer?
No, based on the flavor text.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, especially sloshing vessels of acid. He's coming, he's like, look at my acid.
Uh-huh.
I've got so much acid here.
Does have all of acid.
That's the way his voice is. I've headcanoned it now. I mean, I guess.
I also just in general like that he's called Poppet.
Yes.
And although she's not like a canonical hag, she's an auntie.
Oh yeah, and she's also
she's
like
very
quite hag-like.
hag-coded.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Incidentally, goblins in Lorwyn Shadowmoor are called boggarts, and aunties are like they're the rare goblins or boggarts who have magical potential.
Mm-hmm.
And in Lorwyn, they serve as sort of kind of community leaders. They tend to be the only goblins that live for very long, because the others go off and like blow themselves up doing crazy stunts or something.
Mm-hmm.
But in Shadowmoor, they are very much your classic hag, like wicked witch archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Petty and spiteful and full of curses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all our creatures, all however many of them we have.
26?
26. It's not many.
So a reasonable number of creatures. Not quite the like. I'd say 30 feels like a good stack of creatures. 20 is really light on creatures.
Yeah.
26 is a fair middle ground.
Yeah. Right. Next we have our sorceries. We have Persist. Which
it's basically the persist mechanic.
Yes, you return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Yes, it is. It is
2 mana. That's very good. Actually.
Yes, that is good. Okay, and then
help if we flips the ones we'd already done. So then.
Yes, it would. Thank you so much. Right, next we have Cathartic Reunion for 1 and a red. It's got a dinosaur in it, yes. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard 2 cards. Okay, so there's your discard coming in for one of the creatures that was in there, I guess. And then you draw 3 cards.
Hey.
Hello, welcome in.
This is a card that I have a particular love for.
Because it's got a dinosaur on it?
Its own. Well, there's a series of, I think, 3 cards that feature specifically this guy and this dinosaur.
Okay.
Like, story together. I can't remember off the top of my head what the others are called. I think one of them is called something like Forbidden Friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I will see if I can... I'll see if I can find like a little... lore page
for this guy and his dinosaur friend.
Yeah, for that guy and his dinosaur friend.
He is a soldier. He gave up his wealth, his title, even his home, but he had no room for regret because at last he had saved his friend.
No, I can't easily find what the other ones are called, which is sad.
Yeah, I will put this in this row because it realistically costs 2 black and it's mana value. This is Black Sun Zenith. It costs X and 2 black. You put X -1/-1 counters on each creature. Shuffle Black Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Okay.
Again, like this is, I'm very unused to putting -1 counters on my own stuff.
Yeah.
Normally that's a really bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess so. This is really, it's designed as like a board wipe, right?
Yes.
It's designed that you can pay X's like 5 and kill everything on the board. And obviously, in this deck, it's a fairly reasonable use of it is just to pay X's 1 and just put 1/-1 counter on everything
Mm-hmm.
and draw a bunch of cards off of Auntie All. Obviously, you'll still get the card draw if you do board wipe with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as a board wipe, it's a really fun board wipe for this deck, where you can make it go really asymmetric, because it's like, you'll kill everything and then you'll draw a card for every creature you control.
Yeah.
Or, if you have Reaper King,
Mm-hmm.
you'll kill everything and get back everything that somebody else controlled.
Yep.
I think both of those are really good use cases of this.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, we have Knight's Whisper for 1 and a black. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
Again.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yep. There are many black commons that are like this.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, on to the next row. We have Burning Curiosity for 2 and a red. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may blight 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. If this spell's additional cost was paid, exile the top 3 cards instead. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Okay.
So this is a card from the base Lorwyn Lorwyn Eclipsed set. So it's not technically a new card for these decks, but it's a new card for Magic.
Uh-huh. Well, I presume the decks are up on Moxfield, is that correct, Izzy?
Yes, the deck lists are all up on Moxfield. All of the cards are up on Scryfall, and presumably, therefore, they're up on Gatherer, which is Wizards' own search engine.
So these are just imported from Moxfield, I think.
There's the occasional little foible like this one. You can see it has the Lorwyn Eclipsed symbol on it rather than the Lorwyn Eclipsed Commander symbol.
Yeah.
So they might not all be fully there. This one over here is the same as well.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Not all be fully there in their artwork and card versions for this specific deck, but they're all there. Well, why do you want to take breaks, Stray Cat?
Oh, look at that! Look at that Hornet Notes emote. I like that. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. Next up, we have Painful Truths. Convergence. Not Convergence, Converge. It's got you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's flexible. Because you can choose for it to be a draw 1, lose 1, up to a draw 3, lose 3.
Yeah. It's fine.
I think fundamentally, like, the cards like this and Knight's Whisper that are like one shot, all they do is draw cards and lose life. Like, these are going to be the easy cuts that people will make.
Yeah, for sure.
You will find better draw engines in there. Even Harmonize, you'll probably find a better draw cards than Harmonize. Although Harmonize is a solid card and an interesting color break from a time when they were experimenting with, well, what if colors did different things? And they're like, oh god, we've messed up every eternal legal Magic format very slightly forever.
Oh no. Yeah, Harmonize. You draw 3 cards. That's it. You do that. What's up next? Hoarder's Greed. You lose 2 life, draw 2 cards, then clash with an opponent. If you win, repeat this process. Each clashing player reveals the top card of their library, then puts that card on their choice at the top or bottom. A player wins if their card had a greater mana value.
The clash is a mechanic, I think, from the original Lorwyn plot. They haven't brought it back in a big way, but it appears on the odd card in Eclipse. One of the problems I have with cards like this that say repeat this process is, do we only repeat it once, or do we keep repeating until I lose? I'm never quite sure.
I feel like it should be if every time if you win, you repeat it. That's what But I have been wrong with my intuition in Magic many, many times. Because I've been like, I feel like it should be this, and you're like, I know, but. So I feel like it's like then clash with an opponent. If you win your clash, repeat this process. So yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
What is going on in chat?
Nothing?
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway.
That's certainly not him.
let's move on. This we have chain reaction. Chain reaction deals X damage to each creature, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. Sure.
As a board wipe, it's fine. There's a board wipe I would have rather seen, which I think would have been more fun, that is in the same vein. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like target creature deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. I think that would have been really fun in this deck with all of the wither creatures that it has, because then all of the damage it's dealing is as -1 counters, so it's all proccing your anti-all. But this is fine as a board wipe. Like in Commander, it's pretty much always going to actually wipe the board.
Yeah. Okay, then we have Eventide Shadow. Remove any number of counters from among permanents on the battlefield. You draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way.
It's a fun effect. I feel like 5 mana is quite a lot for this effect.
Yeah.
Things you have to have counters to remove anyway. And it's also costing you life. Like you're paying 5 mana and counters. I guess you can remove them from your opponent's stuff. Okay, maybe 5 mana is fine for this.
I love how you talk yourself into things.
Well, yeah, I read it and like I'm considering while I talk, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can. Your opponent's got Sin on the battlefield that they've just plopped. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, this is Incremental Blight. This looks so gross.
I love this card.
Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, 2 -1/-1 counters on another target creature, and 3 -1/-1 counters on a third target creature. Wow. Okay.
It's really interesting. Like, it requires you have the 3 targets, and it's a smidgen spenny at 5 mana, but you can absolutely use this to kill 3 creatures if you play it right. Or at least kill 2 creatures and noticeably neuter another one.
Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, it is 6 -1/-1 counters you're getting,
Yes.
for that cost, so. Okay, and then, for our last one, we have Aberrant Return. Put 1, 2, or 3 target creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Each of them enters with an additional -1/-1 counter on it.
Oh, okay. It's persist, but ×3.
Yeah, and from any graveyard, though.
Oh, yes, from any graveyard. You're right.
From any graveyard. From graveyards. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nice sorceries.
Yeah, some nice ones. I would have liked to see, especially as we are in green, I would have liked to see more things that could deal with artifacts and enchantments.
Yes.
I would have liked to see a sweeper for those, because I think it's always important for a deck to have a sweeper for those. But that's your room to upgrade.
Yeah, for sure.
Your room to upgrade the deck.
On to instance then. We have Terminate. Destroy target creature. Can't be regenerated. It's yeah, it's good. Then we have Cathartic Pyre. You choose one. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Yep.
Yeah, solid modal spell. Will probably end up being swapped out.
And we have Infernal Grasp. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good removal.
We've got quite a few kill spells, and this is going to be quite a removal-y deck anyway, with the amount of -1 counters it's splashing around. So this will be a little bit of a menace to fight on the battlefield, possibly.
And we have Assassin's Trophy. Destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a base land card, put onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. So not even tapped. That's a cost for sure. Then we have Fire Covenant. As an addition...
Not even tapped, but it does hit any permanent type.
That is true.
Is a really well-loved staple like removal.
That is fair. That is fair, yes. Yeah, we've got Fire Covenant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life, and it will deal X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures.
I don't love this. I don't love this as a card in general. I don't love this for this deck, because it's not like you're gaining lots of life in this deck.
No, that is very fair. I don't know. I think it could be useful, like, towards the end of a game. You know, like, if you have a decent amount of life left. Just
I guess
get rid of most of your life. You know, life is a resource. Get rid of creatures, and then you attack.
Yeah, I assume the idea is that because you're weakening opponents' creatures or counters, you're not necessarily killing them outright with the -1 counters. This is the way to like finish the job.
Yeah, I guess. And we have Putrefy. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can be regenerated. Yep. It is a staple. So far, I've seen a lot of use life to do this in the deck so far.
I wouldn't have said there's loads.
There's a few, but I mean...
There's definitely black decks that are worse for, like, just splurging away all of your own life.
Yeah, and I mean, black does that quite a lot in general, and this is a black-heavy deck in comparison to the other two colors, for sure. Yes. We have a Soul Ring. I think this is pretty. I like its stars.
Which of the two Soul Rings do you think is prettier?
Oh, that's rude. Why would you ask me that?
Because I thought it would make for interesting content.
Well, see, they both have their merits, though.
Uh-huh. I like that the composition of them is sort of nicely mirrored.
Yeah.
Like, they both have a little corner with stuff in the sky, and then obviously the ring centrally, and then this
Well, it's not even like the corner with stuff in the sky. They have the same amount of stuff. Like, they have like 5 big, like, prominent stars, and then they've got like 5 birds. And then they've got one bird in the middle. They've got one bird in the middle, and then they've got one star in the middle.
Yeah.
And then you've got the trees versus the clouds. Like, it's very nice. It's very, very nice. I like it a lot.
This bit of cloud up here is almost the same shape as this bit of tree.
Yeah.
It's not quite, but it's really close.
Yeah. I honestly think I like the night one best.
I think I like the night one best as well.
Yeah. Like,
I like that the ring stands out a bit more. Here the ring kind of stands out up here.
Yeah.
And as it sort of becomes all tattered and bannery, it doesn't have as much standoutness.
Yeah. Like, I think this is great. And I think these two are probably the best Soul Rings there's been since Bloomburrow. But the night one's better.
I do quite like I think it's the Edge of Eternity's one.
Oh, yeah, I forget actually what that one's like. You'll have to get it for me.
I'm failing to use this.
That's fine. Right, so we have a Soul Ring.
There we go. Yeah, this one. I think this one's a pretty nice looking Soul Ring.
It is cool. It is cool for sure. It's giving me like Marvel vibes for some reason, though.
Yeah, actually, you're not wrong when you say that.
I don't know what it is, but it's giving me Marvel.
Yeah. As for person chat saying they'd use it for a Celestia deck, I do kind of like that with all the different Soul Ring designs they're coming out with, you can like theme your Soul Ring to your deck.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
A lot of fun.
and yes, as Anna said, there's the moon phases are on this as well, which is pretty cool.
I hadn't noticed that. That's very cool.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, we've got a Soul Ring. We've got a Contagion Clasp.
This is in my Mask Girl deck.
When this artifact enters, you put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, and you can pay 4 and tap it to proliferate.
Just forget that this costs only 2 mana. That's not bad, actually, for a single -1 counter.
No. Then we've got an Arcane Signet with the
I will
bells.
have a look to see if that is the correct Arcane Signet.
Yeah,
for
because
that.
they normally do Soul Rings and Arcane Signets at least being different.
There is indeed a different Arcane Signet for this.
Okay.
I do not know if I'll be able to acquire it for you.
I mean, you got the
best.
Soul Ring pretty
Yeah,
easily.
but this I have to figure out how to put in the numbers.
Well, for the Soul Ring, did you? Oh no, you put it in. Okay, you did it a different one. Anyway, here is Commander Sphere. While you work on that, you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity, or sacrifice this artifact to draw a card.
The classic that they like to put in the precons.
Here is the Arcane Signet for this deck. I don't know that I call it as. I like it as art. I don't know if I like it as art for Arcane Signet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I don't know if I call this a signet.
No.
But it's pretty.
It's pretty, yeah, for sure.
I love the eerie sort of planetoid in the background with
Yes.
like aurora things coming off it.
That's really cool.
This is another new artifact for this deck.
It's Wickersmith's Tools. Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, put a charge counter on this artifact. You can tap to add 1 mana of any color, or pay 5 and tap it to sacrifice it. Create X tapped 2/2 colorless scarecrow artifact creature tokens. That's so many words. Oh my god. Where X is the number of charge counters on this artifact. Interesting.
I like that. I like a 3 mana rock that does something else.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to use the bottom ability very often, but I like that this has kind of this has the double synergy with proliferate.
Yeah.
Because if you hit proliferate once, you put a -1 counter on at least one creature, but potentially many creatures, and you also put an additional charge counter on this, on top of all of the extra charge counters it's about to give itself.
And then last, for 6 mana, we have Chimil, the Inner Sun.
What the hell are you doing in this deck?
Spells you control can't be countered, and at the beginning of your end step, discover 5, I guess.
I'm gonna double check that this is the right. No, this is in the.
Why is this in this deck? So to discover 5, you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 5 or less and cast it without paying its mana cost, or put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom in a random order. I don't understand why this is in this deck, but anyway.
I have no idea. This is a card that I consistently think about putting into my cards from exile decks and never quite managed to. I'd not read the spells you control can't be countered bit. That actually might be worth putting it into some more decks than I have. Because being uncounterable can be really useful depending on like who and what you're playing against. Cough cough Hex and her mono blue deck.
Yes.
This is a really I have no idea why this card is in this deck. Like it's not a terrible card. Like it gets you a free spell a turn for 6 mana. It gives you a little bit of value on the same turn because it is on your end step. It's not horrible. But it's a really odd choice for this. It's not even like a thematically Lorwyn card.
No.
Because Chimil, I don't know if that is how you pronounce it, but I'm happy to go with it. Like, I don't know any better. Like, as you can probably tell from the artwork, this is Ixalan.
Yeah.
This is fake Aztecs.
And
Discover is an Ixalan mechanic.
Yeah, very much so.
Why is this in here?
Because it wants to be. That's why. It just wants to be. It's having fun by itself. Don't go there. Then we're on to the enchantments.
Woo, enchantments.
We have Lasting Tar Fire. At the beginning of each end step, if you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's useful.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a slow burn, but you are going to be putting a counter on a creature on each of your turns. I don't know if there's many instant speed ways to do it in this deck. There's a couple.
Well, I mean, like, you know, things are doing damage via minus. Some things have wither, right?
That's true.
So if they're
you're
blocking,
with withery creatures,
like some things have wither. So,
yeah, it'll do some solid burn. I don't know that I would have thought of putting this card in if I was making this deck,
mhm.
but it'll get some damage in.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's only 2 mana.
Then you have Everlasting Torment. Any players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. All damage is dealt as though its source had wither. That's wild.
That is wild. That's going to be really good in this deck.
That's scary. He's a scary boy.
Like, obviously, it's going to be good with anti-all, but it's going to be especially good with Reaper King when even when your opponents fight amongst themselves, you're getting all the creatures back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have this and Reaper King on the board, you probably are like public enemy number 1.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
That's because it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Next we have Puka's Covenant.
So this is another new card.
Are Pukas also Irish? Is it a person called Puka? Like,
this is the first I'm hearing the word, so
yes.
I assume Puka is the dog person.
I would assume so, but it's a creature of Celtic, English, and Channel Islands folklore. Considered to be bringers of both good and bad fortune. They are shape changers. The creatures were said to be shape changers that could take the appearance of horses, goats, cats, dogs, and hares.
I guess they're on Lorwyn because it's sort of a fairy tale-y kind of plane, and it has shapeshifters. I am glad that the Wikipedia article for Puka is the Irish spelling, and because I think it's like, while it does say Celtic, English, and Channel Islands folklore, I think I've only really heard it to do with Irish things. What is the Irish spelling for it, please?
P-U-F-A-D-A. A fada is like an accent on top of the U.
Okay.
So it's this with the fada on the U. Yes, exactly. So whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, you may return another target permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters on that creature from your graveyard to your hand. Do this only once each turn. I do also like the Welsh spelling of it. That's fair.
This feels like it's a possibility for your unit deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like in this deck, you're not going to be putting enough counters on your own things at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're only going to have like 1 to 3 counters on your stuff at any one time, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise they die. Which, I mean, I guess, sure, like, you can deliberately kill them with -1 counters to trigger this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do think this would be helpful in my unit deck, to be fair.
Yeah. That is a fun spelling, Artie, you're right. But I also have a soft spot for the Welsh language, even though I don't really know very much of it.
Then we have Blowfly Infestation.
This is a very desired reprint, at least to me. I think this might be a card. This might be the first time they're reprinting this card since they changed to the new borders.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
It's got a very pretty border around it, honestly.
They call this the Nyx border. This is the enchantments border that they started using in Theros, which is the Greek mythology themed set.
I hadn't even really noticed before. It's just so purpley that it's pretty. Like, the thing is, right, this is my complaint about giving the letter B to black, because on all their commander decks and things, the color of the pip on the front of it is not black. It's purple.
It's purple.
And here you have the border of a black card being purple. So I'm like, you should have just called it purple instead of black. But that's my own gripe. So, whenever a creature dies, if it had a -1/-1 counter on it, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Yeah, sure. Just keep spreading them all around. Then we have Grave Venerations. When this enchantment enters, you become the monarch.
Da-da-da.
At the beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, return up to one target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
This is an interesting card because this is a new card for this deck again. Like it's only kind of quite loosely related to the other things that this deck is doing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I suppose what it's there for is to be like a semi-permanent recursion mechanic so that you can load up your creatures with loads of -1 counters and let them die. I guess. Or at least 1 creature per turn, you can let it die with -1 counters and bring it back. Yeah. I like the art. The art's
very
fun.
pretty. It's very, very pretty. I like it.
And Monarch is a fun mechanic. I really appreciate Monarch as a mechanic. Like, it encourages the table to swing and makes games come close to the end. Obviously, the card draw itself is, a useful thing for it to do. Maybe slightly more useful than something like the initiative. Like, I think it's just a good mechanic. It's a well-designed mechanic.
For sure.
And I love that this is a card that gives you Monarch and it's got a little flower crown.
Yes, I agree. It's pretty. Then we have a saga.
A staple card.
We have Binding of the Old Gods. On its first go, we have on its first chapter we have destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Then search your library for a forest card, put onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, and then creatures you control gain death touch until the end of turn. Yeah, it's
a really fun, it's a nice card. Like, you want to remove something, you want to ramp, you want to connect with your creatures. It does all of them. It does it a bit slowly. It's not too expensive.
Yeah. And then the last card we have is Flourishing Defenses. Whenever a -1/-1 counter is put on a creature, you may make a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token.
And notice this is going to be for every -1 counter.
Yes. Put on a creature, any creature, doesn't matter which.
Yep.
Yes.
So this is one of a small number of cards. There was this, and there was Blowfly Infestation. That apparently a bunch of speculators bought up a lot of this card, thinking,
oh my god,
possibly increase in price with Lorwyn Eclipsed -1 counters.
Hello Raiders, we have Raiders.
How's it going?
Hello. This is what happens on a Saturday as I see Hannah go live and I think I'm going to raid Hannah later. And then Hannah raids me and yeah, that's what happens. We
but it's
are
lovely to see Hannah from either side of the raid.
Yes. We are almost finished up. Nope. How dare you? Don't yell at me.
It's terrible to see Hannah from either side of the raid.
No, I think she's yelling at me. Go eat your food. Thank you so much for the raid, Hannah. I appreciate it so much. And if anyone else needs to raid and run, do feel free. You're wonderful and great, and I hope Blueprints crowd control ? I think that's what was happening. Was a lot of fun. Yes, remember to take your meds, Hannah. Do it. Thank you, Phoenix Rising, for that. Go on.
Anybody else who has meds that they need to
yes.
take them.
Everyone take your meds, drink some water, do some exercise, I guess. Maybe, that sounds wrong. Yeah. Have fun.
But yeah, so the story goes, Flourishing Defenses and Blowfly Infestation, people were buying them up thinking they might surge in price with Lorwyn, and it turns out they're reprinting them in the Commander decks, so hopefully they will have noticeably less of a price surge.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll suck to be a scalper.
Exactly. We would like it to suck to be a scalper, honestly. Yes.
There's another card that is quite like Flourishing Defenses. I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head. It is in my Massacre Girl deck, so I'm going to go and have a quick look in that. But it does something, I think it's called Scarab Swarm. It does something very similar to Flourishing Defenses, but in mono black, and it makes insect tokens.
That makes sense.
So that is a very fun card that I'm sure a lot of people will be looking to upgrade this with. What is it called? It is called Nest of Scarabs. There we go. I'll go and fetch it for you so you can have a see.
Yes, please do.
Actually, while I'm here,
While you're here.
I'm also gonna grab. No, never mind. I was gonna grab a card, but we've already seen it. So ignore me.
Okay. I would never ignore you.
Yeah, Nest of Scarabs. It's very similar.
Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 creatures on a creature, create that many 1/1 black insect creature tokens. Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
Yeah, I assume this is going to go shoot up in price.
Yeah, for sure. Since they haven't reprinted it. Yeah, that's...
Although, I'm looking at it on Moxfield, and the listed price is only like £4. So even if it triples in price, it's not terrible.
I mean, triples would be it being 12 quid. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Okay, yeah, sure. But that is all the cards. We have some tokens.
That is all the cards.
We have some tokens. Your problem is picking up the whole thing. My problem is picking up one. Right, so we have a zombie, but it's what's his face from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the tokens won't necessarily be from within the set.
No, I am aware of that. We have a snake with Death Touch, a Phyrexian Saproling.
I don't know what makes Phyrexian Saprolings.
I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything that made those. I'm very confused now. We have an Elf Warrior. It's the Hildebrand zombies. Yes, Hildebrand, yes. With treasure. Okay, we had a thing that made Saprolings, but not Phyrexian Saprolings, and we don't have any Saprolings here, any normal Saprolings.
The only card that Scryfall lists as making Phyrexian Saprolings is Blight Reaper Thalid, which transforms into something else. Blight Soa Thalid, which is definitely not in this deck.
No, but also there is a card that makes Saprolings that is, and there's no Saprolings. There's only a Phyrexian Sapr. So that we've made a small little mistake here. Well, that's the decks.
Those are the decks.
What do you think, Dizzy? What's your final judgment?
Going into this, I was like, I really like the look of the elemental deck more than I like the -1 counters deck. And coming out of it, I think I see lots of things in the Unsealed that are going to be a lot of fun. And I think if I was going to pick one of the two, I would probably pick Unsealed.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I think so. I think I like the elemental deck. My only problem is that, like, if it was a deck I had and I wanted to upgrade it, like, I would think I would struggle upgrading or dealing with doing anything to a 5-color deck.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of mental load.
Yeah.
To make it run properly. I think also the secondary commander in Ashling is noticeably less useful for the deck than the Reaper King is for this deck.
Yes, I quite like the Reaper King here, actually.
I think if you run the Many Mysteries, or whatever it was called,
the Massive Mysteries,
that one, I think if you run that, you're gonna have a really slow, struggly, chugging time getting up a bajillion squillion mana for all of your really expensive elementals.
Yeah, for sure.
I would seriously consider making a deck list around the Reaper King as well. I'd enjoy playing this with Auntie All as the deck. I don't know if I'd make my own Auntie All deck list based off of this, but I would definitely enjoy playing this with Auntie All at the helm.
For sure. But yeah, no, I quite like this. I like the -1 counters. I like counters in general, but like, this is fun.
Yes.
I like this. I know personally that one of the first things to cut would be this.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
even though I like the card conceptually, yeah, no, there's got to be in fact, I know exactly what the better artifact to put in for that slot is, because there is a card, I don't know what it's called. There's a card that is like Contagion Clasp, except it's 4 mana, and when you do the activated ability, you proliferate twice instead of once. That is the card I would put in instead of Kymel.
Right, okay. That is very fair. Right. We are at 3 hours and 43 minutes. I am pretty tired.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know that we really have time / I have capacity for much more, if that's okay.
Oh, I'm wrong about what the cost is. I will just quickly bring up the card while you're talking. Are you
I mean,
looking at
I'm
we
done. I'm
Yeah,
thinking we should finish up is my and not do other things, if that's okay.
That is more than okay.
Um
There we go. That's my recommended swap.
When Contagion Engine enters the battlefield on -1 mouse counter on each creature target player controls. Okay, yeah. This is, yes, much better.
Oh, welcome in, your boy father.
Mhm.
Yes, I was talking about Contagion.
that was sent, like, that message appeared in chat literally as you plopped down Contagion Engine. I was like, yep, well done.
It's a first time chat as well, which makes it sound like you got summoned by me talking about Contagion Engine.
Are you talking about Contagion Engine? I love Contagion Engine. I get summoned by it everywhere I go.
You just heard me from across the reaches of Twitch. Welcome in.
Yes.
I hope you're having a lovely day. We are unfortunately wrapping up and about to end off, but we've had a really nice time looking at the new decks that are coming out. I know that both Hex and Wrath, who sadly couldn't be here today, they've ordered these decks.
Yes, they have.
I believe that Auntie All is heading to a Hex and Ashling is heading to a Wrath.
That sounds right to me.
So maybe we'll be seeing more from these commanders. You never know.
Yes,
Shall we,
perhaps.
Any other last comments?
I don't think so. I think I had fun. It was good. I had a great time.
These are definitely more in the sort of the focused vein of commander decks, where like you can pretty much every card you can see like how it slots into the deck and its game plan. Even the ones that aren't like the best choice.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all working towards one concerted game plan. So it's probably going to be these are probably both going to end up being among the stronger precons just for that. Compared to some of the older ones. That's just the trend as how precon design is going.
Yeah.
Shall we find someone to give a little raidy poos to?
Yes.
As we can't go and raid Hannah.
No, we can't. She stole my raid from me.
She betrayed you.
She betrayed me, yes. It sounds so harsh. She raided me and brought her community here. She betrayed me.
We could raid Miabyte, who is streaming some commander for her regular Saturday showdown.
Yeah, if you want, that's fine with me.
Yeah, okay. I will put the username in the chat for you.
I know how to spell Miabyte.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I often fail at spelling things.
But also, like, I follow her, so it's easy to get that up there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I have started my raid already because I'm just like, I was like, okay, I've got the raid, I know where we're going. So
all right.
I guess I'll see you over there. This has been great.
Goodbye,
thank you so much.
I hope you all have had a lovely time, and thank you so much for streaming with me.
Thank you for streaming with me, and goodbye to all of Dizzy chat. That I every time like we say goodbye and then like we're both still streaming for a second, like I reply to messages that come in chat and I'm like, they can't actually hear me. Because we've either gone off call or we've deafened or something, but we're still sharing chat, and I'm just like, yes, King Girl, this thing. But King Girl can't hear me at that time, so yeah. I'll say goodbye.
It would be funny if I'd deafened already.
I would murder you. You would be in trouble. So
yeah. Bye, Z.
Bye. Okay, it's just me and you, chat. I'm gonna go. Depending on what time I finish Star Trek later, maybe I'll do a little Hades run later. But tomorrow I'll be back for co-working, because I really need to get my ass in gear. But the raid's running out, so I'll see you later. Goodbye.